All right, we'll start the game in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Penis.
Thanks. Vagina.
I told you, man. The thought occurs to me every session.
I don't mind, honestly. It's funny when you do shit like that.
Yeah, no. If only you weren't gonna cut it out of the recording.
Who said I was gonna do that? I'm not cutting it out. I'm not cutting it out.
We're in real time now. Yippee!
All right. Anyways.
Forever.
Welcome to Fate Prism session number 12. This is going to be an interesting one, I hope. I put a lot of effort into this one knowing that this was where we were going to go next. My name's Nanashi, I'll be your DM for the evening, and joining us is our usual crew. We got AI Ignister.
I am in the absolute Batman universe, and I don't want to be here anymore.
We got Atlas Core.
I'm not in the absolute Batman universe, but man, does that place suck.
And we got Raven Soul.
These bastards think they have it rough, but I'm in deceased.
Okay. Now, you might notice that Zivith unfortunately couldn't make it again. He had some personal stuff come up at the last second, so I'll be piloting his character for him as we go through this. So, quick recap. Ignis, you weren't here for some of this, but on the last session, you kicked the asses of the Marauders, got to meet Foreman Mott, who gave you some information about the gold weapons, and you decided to take a dip in the hot springs, which revealed it can absorb and disperse the leftover remnants of that nasty magic you guys have been getting hit with like every single day for the last 4 days. And then you planned on going down to the potion store, found out their potions are being stolen, but you also stocked up on what little they had left, and now you're planning on going to the Blue Demesne, which I believe Atlas thought was going to be Atlantis.
Yeah, I believe that was my bold prediction. Also, we need to remember to divvy up the HP and MP potions, because they're all in my inventory at the moment.
Yeah, go ahead and take a minute and decide who gets what.
Of course, Chimo isn't here, but I feel like we should give Chimo stuff anyway. We have 4 small HP potions. I figure just 1 apiece, because it's almost like we have 4 party members, you know?
Makes sense.
And then we got 6 medium MP potions, and I figured 2 apiece for everyone except for Ignis, because Ignis doesn't use mana.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that just kind of ends up dividing evenly for everyone.
I have so much Z.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's just I have so much Z.
You'll be spending a lot of it soon, I'm sure. So, we all set to continue?
We're off to see the Blue Demesne, the wonderful Blue Demesne of Diadem.
Nice try.
Thank you.
Alright, so this gate is a golden ring with a blue magic wall looking like a slow-moving body of water. Who goes first?
Ignis, I'm not throwing you in there, because I know you can't swim.
Yeah, let's not.
Joseph is gonna walk on through first.
As will Chimo.
Yeah, Barry will fall behind shortly afterwards.
Ignis will as well.
As you exit the blue gate, your nose is immediately bombarded by the stench of sea salt, and your ears are greeted to the sounds of sporadic boat horns. The wooden dock you are now standing on stretches around a small island in a massive square, and the only thing beyond it is endless miles of water. Welcome to the Ocean Domain.
Oh, looks like a fishing village.
Basically, think of it like Stormalong Harbor from Flapjack if it was made properly.
You see, that's better than what I thought, because I immediately thought of the starting city from Dredge.
Oh, that's a good reference, actually. Damn.
Thank you. I mean, that's been a game on my to-do list ever since it released.
That's fair. All right.
One game high on my to-do list is Digimon Story Time Stranger, which I am too poor to get.
Yeah, ain't that fucking
Everyone
truth?
is, dude. Don't even stress.
Yeah.
Now, despite the lack of overall land, there are dozens of other people walking about in either normal clothing, sailor uniforms, or fishing gear, all chatting each other up about their catches, their gear, or possibly buying and selling both. And the gate itself is bound to the side of one of the nearby storefronts, and there's a signpost with guiding arrows at the corner just across from it. Now, the sign itself points in 5 directions: the south side shops, the east and west side docks, the north side fishing, and central storage. And currently, you're at the southeast corner.
Well, where y'all feel like hitting up first? I didn't have any plans besides come here, so.
Well, we may as well take this time to see everything, so... You know what? Joseph will pull out a funny little dice. We could roll on it.
I never took you as a gambler, man, Joseph.
You know, living as long as he does, it feels like it makes sense. That's so weird that a character in a dice-based game would roll a dice. It's almost meta.
Yeah.
It's almost like Inception.
I mean, if you wanna get off on that topic, Nanashi, there's another TTRPG I'm a big fan of that I mentioned to you briefly once called Fabula Ultima, and it just released like kind of almost like an April Fool's class that's a card game playing class.
Oh, Lord.
And not only is it starts off with normal playing cards, but some of the later feats have references to real life card games. Chief among them, obviously, you can summon Exodia, and then one of them references Card Fight Vanguard.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, there's one that references Duel Masters.
Oh, you just had to say that.
All
right, I might have to look into that later.
Remind me after the session. I'll send you a video on that class in particular.
Sounds good.
And if you want, I can send you the Fabula Ultima books because I have almost all of them.
We can talk about that later, sure.
Yep. Thumbs up.
But tell you what, let's go ahead and roll the dice. The numbers of 1 to 5 will be south, east, west, north, and central, and 6 will be a reroll.
Alrighty then.
Roll it up.
You know what? I'm gonna pull out the funny deck boxes for this because it has a dice storage container.
Sure.
Hee hee ha ha.
Yeah.
Let's see
I
it.
see Raven turn on his webcam.
Nah. I'm gonna trust him on this roll.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
lie to you, Nanashi.
Yeah, I'm
No
not.
reason to doubt any of
I'm
your
not gonna do
intentions.
that. Now to shake it good.
I heard it.
I heard it too.
What did you say 5 was again?
It would have been central storage.
No, that's where we're going. The dice decree.
Sure.
I mean,
Why
there's
not?
There's a bunch of important decisions in my life I've made based upon a coin flip. Like, honest to God. Like, the last time I bought headphones, I bought a very expensive, like, $500 pair of headphones. This was many years ago. And they said which color, and I didn't think about that. And I was like, let me flip a coin. Give me the silver pair. And that silver pair broke the day after the warranty went out.
What the fuck?
Oh, Sage.
That's
Yeah.
a shame.
It really is.
Since you're going to the central storage, it actually takes up the majority of this island space. The massive storage area in the middle of the island is actually a large grouping of cold storage lockers and shacks that kind of helps keep everyone's catches fresh for longer. The ones farthest from the center are maybe 6 feet tall and wide, but they get much bigger as you get closer to the center. And the shack in the center is surprisingly large, to the point where you could swear it mimicked a 2-story building. It even has a front door with stairs leading up to it and a couple of windows to see inside. So what you gonna do?
Oh,
We don't have any direct. We didn't have a plan coming to this domain, can you tell?
we really did.
Well, you guys were curious about what's causing the fish shortage.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah, that
was
I
what we read
mean,
in the
and-
newspaper.
And we can learn a lot from this place, so Joseph is gonna go on in.
Well, oh, so you're actually gonna go inside the big building in the middle?
Or at least go up to it, like see if he can get in.
Alright, well, give me an investigate roll then. Actually, hang on. Would you like to do an investigate roll, or would you like to see if Ignis can do a stealth or burglary roll? Because you don't know what's going on with this place.
Wait a minute, I do have a +4 in stealth.
I do have a +3 in investigate. That's what I was gonna go with, but yeah, sure, we can do stealth.
Let the
Okay.
stealthy man scout.
Right, hold on.
And if the dice spot hates you, you better have a fate point.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I used both.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I got a +4.
Okay. You know what? That's fine.
Perfectly balanced dice rolls.
You see the insides of what looks like a fully furnished home. A wood table and fabric couches in the living room, burgundy-colored painted walls, fully functional kitchen with an extra-large fridge, and solid wood stairs leading up to a second floor. You were also able to determine that the door does not appear to be... Well, okay, the door is locked, but it looks like it wasn't pulled all the way shut. Like, whoever left didn't really care what they were doing.
Well, given the situation, I don't think it's gonna be a good idea to just, go in unimpeded. Like, this isn't a burglary job, so, Ignis is just gonna fully close the door for them, just out of courtesy.
Fair enough. Could everyone give me a quick notice roll? Oh,
Oh shit, Barry's
Damn.
on the ball today.
not bad. Not bad.
I know,
That's all they should be.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Wow.
What the fuck? The first time Joseph just doesn't see shit, I guess.
Barry's gonna like go up and take a little peek through the window, right? He's like, "Hey fellas, I'm gonna tell you this. You peek in this window, it's like ain't nothing in here look like it ain't been touched in days. Look at all that dust accumulation. This ain't no one been in this building."
Oh.
So with that knowledge in mind, are you sure you want to shut the door and lock it behind them, or...
Yeah, no. I said we go inside.
This is
Same.
Mr. Gang. Let's go in and investigate. Let's split it up and investigate. Scooby-Doo reference.
Nice.
Splitting up.
No, Joseph it's a reference to a TV show that I thought you would have understood. I'm not suggesting we actually.
No. I say that with such exasperation because not only would you be Fred, but if you ever proposed that to me, I'd end up slapping the both of you.
I like to think I have a little more intelligence than Fred did. I went to college.
I just love how that's your defining character feature at this point.
I got a college diploma. I would never be like that ascot wearing fuck.
Well, no, I did. Oh no,
I
Barry
had
didn't
a-
finish college.
Oh no.
I had a college education.
No, he's. I'm literally just doing the plank thing. I went to college.
All right. So you guys decide to go inside, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Chimo's gonna go inside as well, but she's gonna keep a hand on her blade at all times.
Because of course.
So as I said, the house's layout is pretty straightforward. There doesn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary on the first floor, although as Barry pointed out, there is a layering of dust on pretty much everything. The only thing that doesn't have dust on it is one seat on the couch in the living room, a small trail leading into the kitchen to the double-sized fridge, and a trail leading upstairs to the second floor.
okay, so let's look at this real quick. We got a dusty ass house. Ain't been cleaned in days or weeks, probably. But except for this one tiny ass trail going from that couch cushion to the fridge and upstairs.
Just we prepare ourselves and then just head upstairs.
Yeah, well, hold on. Let me just try something. Let me just try something real quick. Barry is gonna like loudly bang on a wall. Hello, anyone home?
You hear random objects rattling a little bit, but no one responds.
All right, now let's go upstairs.
Yeah.
Gotta be courteous about it,
I mean, this place is honestly way too quiet.
Yeah.
Alright, well, the second floor is a very simple 4-door layout with 2 doors on the left and 2 on the right, and all the doors are closed. But the dust trail leads up to all 4 of them.
I guess we each take one door.
Well, Barry's just gonna knock one more time just to be sure. Hello, housekeeping.
Not a sound.
Not a sound. All right, sure. Let's all take a door.
Alright, who's taking what?
Far left.
Alright, you're taking far left?
Barry will take far right.
Joseph will take right. Normal right.
The near right?
Yep.
Alright, then Chimo will take the near left. Alright, so, Ignis, you took the far left door. It is a bathroom, and based on the smell, it has not been used recently. Now on the far right, that was Barry, it's a bedroom. Minimally furnished, with a few sets of highly fashionable women's clothing in the closet, all of which is surprisingly tall and long for a room of this size. But there's no dust on anything in here.
I don't know how I feel about that. So the bedroom's well used, and it has a bunch of women's clothing.
Alright, Joseph, you took the near right. It's another bedroom, furnished for a sharp-dressed man. Reinforced bed frame, wooden record player, walk-in closet full of suit and hat combos, and there's several days' worth of dust on everything except for the bed itself.
Someone slept in this bed.
Chimo, however, discovered another bedroom, clearly designed to house a girl with darker gothic tastes, specifically in black, pink, white, and red. But there is several days' worth of dust on everything in here, except for one thing that she points out. She calls out to your group and says, I found a cardboard box here with no dust on it.
I mean, obviously, we all rush in.
Yeah, what's going on in here?
She picks up the box and puts it on top of the bed, and backs up a little bit. I don't know if I want to be the one to open this.
Well, being as I'm probably the one here most resistant to damage, I feel like I should be the one to open the box.
I was gonna say, with all the fucked up shit I've seen in my time, this will probably be nothing to me.
Alright, well, y'all just be prepared in case something leaps onto my face or whatever. 1, 2, 3, open!
Inside of that box is a group of handmade stuffed animals. Most of them birds, a shark, an older human, and a wolf.
Well, this isn't completely ominous at all.
Barry's just gonna shake the box a little bit, just see if any of them react.
None of the stuffed animals move, but you do reveal underneath all of them that there's a large binder filled with plastic pages, which you immediately recognize as a photo album.
Oh, stuffed animals in a photo album.
Joseph will pick up the photo album.
When you open it up, every page is crammed full of photos of various groups of people. You see sharks, birds, wolves, just like the stuffed animals. But there is a repeating pattern of 2 specific people in every photo. One is a large, muscular bull shark man, best guess late 30s age, either wearing a suit and hat combo of some kind or down to only shorts in the water. And you notice in every photo, he is never smiling.
I think I may lose the reward for cheeriest man ever.
The other one is a petite wolf girl with an odd black and white coloration, teenage age, the whites of her eyes a vibrant red.
Is anyone else getting some weird, Addams Family vibes from this?
Trust me, you're not the only one, but I'm speculating that we have photo evidence of no doubt the people who were staying in this place.
I'm gonna have to interrupt you for just a second.
God damn it!
Barry sees a shadow move. Whoa, what's that?
Behind you all stands the shark man from the photos, clad in only ocean blue shorts, shredded and tattered below the knees. He stands at roughly 6'6", no hair to speak of, absurdly muscular from head to toe to tail tip, and in his right hand you see a very heavily stylized harpoon. His light blue eyes radiate with a deep blue glow, as well as a clear and obvious irritation.
It's almost as if we just broke and entered into his house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a horrible feeling that something like this would happen when we just entered into a building.
Honestly, yeah.
So who wants to be the one to try and talk us out of this?
God, we're gonna try and put each other up on the spot.
Well, I mean, Atlas.
Barry ain't got no social skills. Not in the mechanical sense. Well, I guess I got rapport. No, I got rapport.
Yeah, but you're primarily meant for large crowds, not whatever this is.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
I was gonna say Chimo could do this.
I don't think that's any better of an idea. Chimo's not exactly good with people either.
Well, she also has her hand on her sword, and she's just been waiting to do something, so I think she would be the first one in the front line to try something.
Fair enough.
Oh
Chimo
boy.
will walk up to him with a cautious step, her hand still on her sword, and before she can even say anything, this guy will just say, "I know why you're here, and my answer is no. Leave my home."
What do you mean, no?
What do you mean? We don't even know why we're here, if we're honest. This is our first time in this here domain. We were just exploring and apparently stumbled into the wrong building.
This shark man leans down ever so slightly so that he meets Barry's gaze.
I'm taller than him.
He's 6'6".
Well,
No, I thought Barry was in the 7-foot range. Maybe I'm overestimating.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, you always said he was more like a 6'4".
Oh, piss. I think you're right, actually. Well, damn. Yeah, I'm gonna let you have this one. I'm gonna have to go back through the footage.
That's fine.
Try
We'll
to find
correct
Barry's
ourselves
height.
later if it comes up.
Yeah.
yep.
So as I was saying, the shark man leans down ever so slightly so he meets Barry's gaze. You expect me to believe you stumbled into my home after all the news reports and just happened to find this room on accident. I don't believe you.
News reports. You're referring to the Marauder attacks, aren't? Or something else, I would assume.
But say all we read in the newspaper regarding this domain is something about a fish shortage.
Well, that was the other thing, but still.
When you mention the Marauders and the fish shortage, he takes a step back and puts a hand over his face for a moment, taking a deep, calming breath, because he looked like he was about to bite someone's head off. I understand. You're among the freshest newbies, I assume.
Yep. Guilty as charged. There's like our fourth day in Adam.
Taking a guess. Your country sent you here because you were among the best of the best, or something along those lines.
More or less, though, granted, I wasn't exactly on good terms with them.
The people of these lands are all either the same way or the descendants of those people, and that includes the Marauders.
Really, no.
His gaze starts to sharpen a little bit more. Those people, raised from such a noble and well-educated background, attempted to take my regalia by force, exaction, and underhanded tactics.
Wait, you're the domain master?
Yes.
You know what? Hold on. I think we all got off on the wrong foot. Barry would, in an attempt to maybe lighten this situation up a little, Barry wants to put out his hand. Listen, we meant no harm or offense or nothing. We just wrong place at the wrong time.
His tail thwacks into the floor and breaks one of the floorboards.
Yeah, I don't think he's in the mood for introductions.
And when they didn't get what they wanted, they took something even more precious from me. They proved the quality of a person is irrelevant to their desperation when it comes to getting what they want. So as far as I'm concerned, you are no different than them. He steps to the side and clears a pathway to the doorway to the bedroom. Leave my home.
Barry's gonna shoot a glance at everyone, being like, let's go. I ain't trying to piss off no domain master today. Let's get out of here.
Already on it.
He stands there in silence, watching each of you walk out the door, and closes it quietly behind all of you, and you hear the door lock this time.
Yeah, Ignis was gonna ask him, what the Marauders took, but, yeah, no, never mind.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah!
Once you guys are all outside, you hear a voice behind you. Don't take it personally, lads. He be grieving something fierce.
Oh, sorry.
I suppose-
Sorry about that. You snuck up on us.
An older otter man, just short of 5 feet tall in a deep blue peak coat, a white captain's hat, and a blue name tag that says Gallon, stands behind you, waving you down.
Oh, hi, Ori.
Name's Gwalther, but everyone here calls me Gallon.
Alright, Gallon, good to meet you. I'm Barry.
You said that he was grieving.
I mean,
Joseph,
you heard what he told us.
Yes, I'm well aware, but still, it's always nice to get more of the details down.
Gallon nods a little bit. Best we take this chat elsewhere. Follow me.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get bit today.
He takes you to a good-sized fishing vessel docked on the east side docks, complete with a second floor and enough standing room for 12 people and their catches. A sign on the rear naming it the Barrel of 42.
Was that the bite of 42?
No, Nanashi, I'd like to roll to use Herculean Hold on Raven Soul, the player.
Another time.
Nanashi, I'd like to cast a level 2 gold spell on Raven's house.
Don't you all share the same house?
No, Raven's house. Not Joseph's. Raven's house.
Dolly, I'm having too much fun with this. I'm losing track. Alright. So anyways, Gallon helps all of you aboard his ship and takes you a good mile from the docks, handing each of you a fishing rod if you want one.
Oh, sure. I had never been deep sea fishing before.
He flops into the northernmost seat on the boat and casts his own line out expertly. If you guys want to, you can actually make a resources roll to see if you catch anything.
Joseph isn't going to fish, but he is going to sit next to the otter.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy.
Not bad.
Boy.
Wait, hold on. I actually have a +1 in resource. That is funny.
You
Barry absolutely did a lot of fishing as a kid.
Perfectly balanced.
Alright, so Ignister casts his line out, and unfortunately the only thing biting is apparently an old boot.
Again.
But Atlas, when he casts his line, he manages to hook what looks like a salmon.
Heck yeah.
Try again.
You know what? Sure, you can try as many times as you want until you catch something. But if you end up catching a pair of boots, you're wearing them. Shimo doesn't bother with the fishing herself either. She's...
Yeah. Oh, well.
Let's go.
Okay.
Determination.
You know what? You actually pull out a good-sized trout.
Second time's the charm, baby.
Isn't trout a freshwater fish?
Yeah, imagine that.
Didn't we just go out to...
Magic domain. Magic ocean.
You know what? No, I'm sorry. I know the, Mr. Gallon here probably wants to have a lore-based conversation. Barry needs to ask, are we on a sea? Why are we pulling up freshwater fish?
Gallon just smirks. Y'all are newbies, eh?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, we haven't even been here.
Fourth day in.
Yeah,
Barry apparently does the accent poorly as a joke because I don't know what the my brain just did.
It's fine.
You took me back like 3 D&D characters when I played a pirate.
Gallon just laughs a little. This here be a magic ocean. Any fish you can imagine is in here. If you can catch it, that is.
I'm gonna need a bigger pole.
Fishing activity aside, back to the main topic. So, from what I'm gathering, he's in a rough state of mind and body because of the marauders.
Gallon nods a little and sighs. Like I said, don't hate Doran. He's a prideful lad what had his greatest treasure stolen, something far more valuable than even his regalia.
His family.
Those lily-livered fucks the marauders absconded with his only daughter.
Absconded?
Otter.
Wait, absconded? That means she's still alive, ain't it?
I'll get to that.
Oh.
She's a local legend around here, Vivid of the Crimson Eye. He adopted her when she was a wee lass of 5, he did. You wouldn't think him the fathering type, but he raised her to be a fine lass if not a bit angsty. And he laughs a little before he continues. It was a few months ago. The blasted marauders had just come by and tried to muck up the fishermen, but old Doran and Vivian took care of them right quick. Truly a tag team from hell they were. But after they were sent packing, New One stepped in and challenged him for his regalia 3-on-1. I was there that day, and I remember it so clearly. There was something off about the one in the long coat and helmet. Something wrong.
Wait, long coat and helmet? What kind of helmet?
He was big and round. Couldn't see the face.
Does this sound vaguely familiar, Nanashi?
It certainly sounds like you've seen people like this.
Almost like someone we've seen at some of the previous Marauder attacks?
It almost sounds like it.
I know Joseph would have had a good view of the dude and would have remembered, because he has seen them at the Red Domain.
Well, you saw him at the Red Domain, and you also trailed him at the Yellow Domain.
You have spotted a person that matches this description, yes.
Wait a minute, I've seen him. In our time of going through the domains, the Marauders would come and muck up things for us, and, well, at the back line, no doubt, ringleading this little circus of theirs, there was that man, just as you described.
Well, the two we fought first, a lad and a lass in masks, put up a good fight. They threw every spell and weapon they had against him, and he still took them down. But that last one, he did something most foul. While Doran was busy fighting them, the last one told his men to take Vivid hostage. And when Doran realized she was nabbed, it was all that last one needed to strike. He shot him with a pistol with a gold plating, and it hit hard enough to take him down in a cloud of gold dust.
Oh, not that gold shit. That means they've had this for months. This ain't even a recent development.
No, it isn't. But it seems like their dirty tactics don't just account for the gold fuckery we've had to put up with.
I've stolen many things in my timeline, but even I can admit this is scummy. Ignis says as he goes in for another reel. Yeah. Well, not reel, like cast.
I was about to say, I do want to interrupt. Barry wants to see if he can't get more weight on his line, so he can get it down into the deep, so he can try and reel up something big.
You're welcome to keep trying. But as you saw, Doran's too tough to die, and it was over in a flash. Doran stood back up and had the leader's head in his jaw, and the other two in his hands by the throats. And right when he's about to eat the bastard's head clean through, helmet and all, he surrendered and broke off the challenge, grabbed his men and ran for the gate. No one got a good look at him, but I saw that lad's bloodied face through the glass and blood. Got a good look at his eye when his helmet got crushed against his skull. He saw death in those jaws, and he barely escaped with his life.
I see.
But to snatch up the daughter on the way out.
Since then, Doran's waited every waking moment for him to return, hoping he can grab him and squeeze him for any information, but they haven't come back since. He believes she's still alive. All he wants is to know for sure.
That's foul.
You can't help but feel bad for the man.
You wouldn't happen to have had any leads in regards to where the Marauders would have taken her, would you?
Afraid not. If we knew, we'd all be going after her.
So we're just gonna have to keep looking on our travels here.
Ignis, why do we suck at fishing?
Though I will say, as a father who went through quite the hardships and, well, has plenty of scars and grieving to bear, I kind of relate to him on this. It's one thing to challenge a strong opponent, but to take their family from them, to do that to their own kin? Honestly, me personally, I wouldn't have spared the bastard even if he surrendered.
Doran and the other masters have to live by this strange magic code. It goes with that regalia stuff they got going on. I don't understand it either. I would have gone after them too. But Doran made a smart choice not chasing after them. Can you imagine what it would look like if a 6'6", enraged and grieving shark man with the powers of the ocean at his fingertips going gallivanting through the city of Diadem bellowing about his lost daughter?
It'd be one hell of a storm and probably one... It'd scare the masses, though. On the bright side of that morbid detail, it'd probably give the Marauders a reality check.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Though granted, this confirms even more that they're interconnected with someone pulling the reins. Actually, if I can get my hands on a Marauder or two, I can most definitely make them talk. And trust me, as my team here will tell you, I don't exactly hold back. And with this new info that I relate a bit with, too, well, I wouldn't exactly be as merciful as I was in the Green Domain.
Oh, Barry has decided to put his pole down and excuse himself from the conversation to go around the deck of the ship.
Oh, I was trying not to interrupt the conversation.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you drew attention to it. I have to at least mention it.
Yeah.
All right, so what's up?
Well, Barry's gonna see if he can't find like a dark corner of the deck, somewhere without a lot of people.
The entire deck is unfortunately covered in sunlight, but there is a second floor underneath if that's what you're looking for.
Well, I'm not trying to break and enter somewhere again.
The boat has an open hole. Boats like this have an open square hole with a staircase leading down. There's no door.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll go. Barry's gonna go below deck.
All right. So what are you looking to do?
Well, I'm just gonna find like the most dark, dimly lit corner here below deck where there's no other people around.
All right. Well, underneath there is no one else there, and there's no lights on, but there is a small window showing just enough light to where you know that it's a comfortable little seating area with a cold storage locker in the back.
Barry's gonna like take out his pouch of Z, just be like, "Hey, Lind, I got some money for you. I need something."
Oh my God, you're actually gonna call him?
I am. I'm doing it.
Well,
Barry's living about this situation. He's ready to go storm a base.
Oh.
He just needs location.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
hold on. Out of a concern, Ignis is gonna follow Barry.
You know what? I'm willing to allow that because, as it happens, the two of you were fishing at the same time. What we'll say then is that Chimo and Joseph will stay up talking fishermanisms to Gallon while the two of you go underneath.
Fishermanisms.
Well, I'm about to say,
Yeah, no, it's
Joseph was more so talking about what he'd do to interrogate a marauder with the dude.
Well, knowing you, you'd get creative and find a way to do it with a goddamn fishing pole.
Yeah. I don't think you need the pole. I think he just needs the hook.
That's true.
But I do want to point out, like, he didn't Ignis didn't go directly to Barry, just behind enough to where he didn't notice.
Oh, give me a stealth roll then.
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
That's more, baby.
Perfectly balanced.
All right, so Barry is making himself visibly known. Ignis has hidden himself well enough to where nobody would be able to see him unless they were actively looking for him. A series of 8 dark legs slowly arise from the shadows of the darkest corner in the room and lift a familiar-looking long-coated body from the darkness. And when he stands up fully, Lind reaches into his coat, pulls out his fancy hat, and seats it atop his head. I knew you couldn't stay away forever. To what do I owe the patronage?
Barry's just gonna stifle an entire full body shudder. Just that type of shudder, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna. Well, as you know, you may or may not know, these marauders have been causing a whole lot of problems for us and a whole lot of other people. And I put on a very happy, jovial appearance, but I'm rather sick and tired of all this, and I think I'm about ready to go storm a base. Would you happen to know where the marauders' base of operations would be?
Interesting question. I may be able to find that information. What brought this on? You're normally the calm and collected type.
Well, all I can really say is you can only push a patient man for so long before you have to fear his wrath. And oh Lord, I'm going to bring down the wrath of a patient man upon you.
You see the little hair on his body that he has suddenly stand. He looks kind of fascinated. And he slowly approaches. Oh, I must know what put you over the line.
But listen, arm's length, please. I'll work with you, but don't touch me, please.
Fair enough. But for it to have made you so ready to storm the base, as it were, I must know.
Barry's kind of debating on how much information he wants to give Lind, because on one hand, if I give Lind 100% of the gossip, he feels like Lind is more likely to cooperate. But on the other hand, Barry's not one to gossip, and he feels like this is you shouldn't be sharing other people's personal information. So it's we're having this conflict right now of, do I give him what he wants so I get what I want, or do I be respectful towards Dolan in his time of grieving.
Tell you what, how about you give me a contacts roll and see what you can get away with?
Dude, I love making flat dice rolls with no modifiers.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, well, not bad.
Okay, so what we're going to say is this. He's going to offer that in exchange for giving him at least a little bit of information regarding what's got you so fired up, he's willing to do this job for you for free.
Well, okay. So okay. You want the no, here's the no, right? I can tolerate crashing parties, because parties can be restarted. I can tolerate a little bit of property damage, because property can be rebuilt. Kidnapping, though, that I will not stand for. And there has been a kidnapping that we have just recently uncovered, and I will not stand for it.
You see Lind suddenly squint a little. Oh, this is regarding the Domain Master's daughter, isn't it?
Well, damn it, I should have known better than to try and be subtle and not give you all the information.
It's the only kidnapping worth note.
Alright, fine, long legs, you got me. That's just beyond messed up. You know, I never had a family, but like I come from a very close-knit family. And I just know if anyone ever took one of my brothers, it's like they'd never know the end of my fury. And as such, the Marauders will not know the end of my fury.
I can only imagine how angry you must be. Very well. I'll find your information. I'll look for anything regarding a base or anything regarding his daughter. Head back to the mainland. I should have something for you by the time you arrive.
Alright. Oh, hey, Lynn, before you go, I'm gonna just flip him one coin of Z. I try to treat everyone fairly, and I give good tips. So, take that before you go.
He takes the coin and gives it a quick flick just because. I'll take this as a good faith tip. I'll be seeing you soon.
Uh-huh.
And he descends back into the shadows of the corner he came out of.
Barry finally releases that full body shudder, just ugh. Ugh. You know,
And then,
Barry just mumbles to himself, like, he's useful, and you don't seem like that bad of a person. But I do not like spiders.
Anyways, and then, Ignis proceeds to get out of his hiding spot.
Basically, Barry's shadow.
Yeah, I like to think Barry turns around and is like, good Lord, Ignis. You know, you'd think I'd expect that, since I know stealth is your forte.
Yep.
Y'all go give an old man a heart attack. I swear to everything.
Alright, so what do you do from here? You got a little bit of information and something to look forward to.
Yeah. Barry's just gonna, go back up and go back to fishing like nothing happened.
Yeah.
He'll inform the rest of the party about this later. Well, I imagine Ignis wants to talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he did say he'd be waiting for you at the mainland with hopefully with information, so...
Yeah.
You want to just start heading back now, or you want to give it a few more minutes?
Give it a few more minutes, because, Ignis just want to talk with Barry about, this whole thing.
You know what, that's fine. Chimo and Joseph have actually both been exchanging ideas on how to torture Marauders for information, because Chimo has recently revealed herself to be a little bit more of a dark person than we initially thought.
That's such a weird point for them to bond on, but honestly, good for them.
I mean, when you think about it, Chimo is just full-on punk, and Joseph, his entire life has been spent fighting monsters, figuratively and literally at this point, so, the Marauders are fucking monsters in his eyes at this point.
So I never thought I'd see you asking Lind for help.
Well, I don't like him. I don't hate him per se, but I don't particularly care for him. But I feel like there's a situation that demands we put aside our personal problems, because it's like I told Lynn. Yeah, you probably heard, but it's like I told Lynn. I can tolerate so much. This one I will not tolerate.
Oh, trust me, we're on the same page there, buddy.
Yeah, I imagine most of our group will be. At bare minimum, Chimo likes to fight, so she'll probably just be there for that. And you're a good person. You're a good person, even though you don't project as such. Joseph is a good person, even though he definitely does not project as such. So yeah, just seems like the time to be putting my personal tastes and distastes aside for the greater good or some bullshit. I don't know.
So you're actually gonna take on the Marauders by yourself, or are you gonna tell the other two some other time?
I was just gonna tell him I had a lead once Lynn comes back with the information. Like, I'm not trying to hide it per se. I'm just, it is what it is. If they ask where they got the information, I'll say I gave Lynn to Z. I don't lie to people. I don't hide nothing. I just want the information now. Well, as soon as possible. Which is why I came away from the group.
You know what? Fair enough.
Not to mention, I didn't think I'd be able to get a hold of Lynn above deck, as bright as it is there. His weird travel seems to revolve around going through the shadows and darkness. I think I used to know a friend who could do something similar, but that's been a very long time ago.
If I'm being perfectly honest, I did come here because I was a bit worried you're going to do something a little bit heinous.
Well, was that heinous?
Well, not really. If going by yourself, that would be heinous.
Well, Jimo and Joseph were having such a oddly friendly conversation about torturing marauders, so I wouldn't go interrupt that. You think I would have come between them two and that topic? No, sir. I hate trying to be a crash test. Very. Excuse me. That was a real life cough. Ignore that.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I ain't trying to become a crash test dummy for their techniques. I'm just saying.
You know what? Fair enough.
Alrighty. I'm sure they're gonna have noted our absence by now. We should probably head back up.
Yeah.
Alright, well by this point, Galen will have put his own rod away and managed to take all the fish that you guys had caught and put it inside of a cooler, so you can eat it later if you want. And it's one of those cheapo metal coolers that he would probably have more than one of, and he's willing to let you take it off his hands and bring it back later.
Well, I don't know about the rest of them, but I'm gonna be so real with you, Chief. I don't actually eat seafood. I just enjoy fishing.
Well, in that case, Galen just takes the fish and dumps them back out, and also throws out the pair of boots and the fishing hat that Ignis fished out of the water earlier.
Bear was just fishing for the fun of the game.
Galen then heads down to the steering wheel of the boat. I think it's best we go back by now.
Alright, fair enough. I'm gonna see if I can get one more good catch before we leave.
You know what?
You know what? Barry changes his mind. Barry is not gonna try and get a big one before we leave. Because something tells me the big one's following us.
Oh.
If Barry's just gonna do a finger over to the group, just be like, hey, just real stuff, just hey, y'all, come over here real quick. Come over here for just a second. Just trying to be as subtle as Barry can, which isn't Barry, but he's trying.
Yeah.
So don't stare too hard. But there's a shark fin in the water over there. I have a distinct impression we might be being followed.
And it is a very large shark fin.
Uh-oh. Wait, is it like... Hold on, please tell me this is some other shark man?
I don't think it is. I think we pissed them off.
How big are we talking?
Like 6.5?
I mean, yeah, he was 6.5, 6'6", 6'7".
No, I mean the shark fin that protruded out.
It's a couple feet in length, let's just say.
You said that this mystical ocean has all forms of sea life if you can find it, right?
Aye.
Please, for the love of any god out there listening, it doesn't have any of the prehistoric bullshit.
Never caught it, but it might.
What does that mean?
You know what, Galen, come over here real quick. Just come over here for a second.
Galen trots over to where you're pointing.
Does that shark fin look familiar to you?
Aye, I do believe that be Doran.
I was afraid of that. Okay, well, pissing off a domain master wasn't on my to-do list today, but I guess it's happened now.
I mean, I'm be real here, Chief. It would probably be better than a megalodon like I was afraid of.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was a megalodon too.
No, honestly, I think Doran versus a megalodon. I have half a mind to say Doran would win.
Well, more so a megalodon would make your death quick, but a pissed off domain master.
Yeah, no.
And With that information in mind, Galen very quickly takes the helm and starts piloting the boat back. We must be getting to mainland.
Aye, Captain.
He pulls the boat in and goes to the opposite side docks where you see several fishermen carrying their catches of the day on and off their various boats. And in the distance, you do spot Lind sitting in the shadow of one of the business buildings munching on a fish.
Oh, great. He does work fast, I'll give him that. No, Barry's gonna say that out loud, just to kind of get down to digging here. Look over there in that corner. He works fast, I'll give him that.
I mean, you guys were out on the water for about a half hour, so I guess that was enough time.
Yeah,
Plus, honestly, given how he travels and how stealthy he is, I would assume it's not difficult to pinpoint Marauder-based stuff and get info when it's available.
Yeah, well, Barry's gonna head over that...
Heading over that way?
Yeah, I'm about to say, Barry is just gonna, give it just a look, being like, I'm gonna go talk to him. He's not gonna, attract a whole lot of attention to it, but yeah, Barry's gonna go over there to him.
And just because Chimo doesn't have anything else to do, she's gonna go with you, especially since it involves Lind and the sword that she got from him, so...
Oh, hi, Chimo, you coming with?
Yes. He may have given me this sword, but I still don't trust him.
Neither do I.
And was like, this is gonna follow.
Joseph is just going to stand behind, looking. I would assume we have an open view of the scene where the domain master is currently doing whatever. Correct?
You have an open view of the ocean and the docks around you, but you've actually lost visual confirmation of him since you landed on the mainland.
But Joseph is going to peer out, though.
That's fine. The other three will go down there, and you know what? Galen's gonna hang out with you.
Alright.
In the meantime, when you approach Lind, he's actually down toward the gateway entrance, sitting in the shadow, sloppily munching on a fresh-caught trout. Delicious. Oh, welcome back.
You work fast, don't you?
Well, it's part of my special talent.
I see.
Now, it wasn't easy, but I did spread my web of influence into every shadow of the city, and I have a few informants in my employ as well. Between the two, I wasn't able to find anything per se of a base. Wherever they're hiding, it's very well hidden even from me. But I was able to get a hit on the girl. Dorian's precious daughter is still alive.
Well, I'll be.
Okay. You got anything more than that, or is that it?
He was going to say something, but he suddenly pauses because an eerie moment of silence just befell the entire area of the island that you're standing on. Every person there freezing in place and staring in Lind's direction, because right behind him, Doran is standing right there behind him, sun to his back and casting a shadow over Lind.
We've been caught.
Help!
And Lind just goes, "What? Is there something on my face?"
No.
And a piece of seaweed falls onto Lind's shoulder, causing him to slowly turn around and gasp strangely, seeing the shark man standing over him. And Doran is glaring down at him with the intensity of a man ready to commit murder. What did you just say? Lind actually turns around to him and indignantly just goes, "Now see here, fish breath, I will not be intimidated by the likes of you."
Lind, shut up for a second. Lind, I will give you another Z if you share with him the information.
Well, unfortunately, it's a little bit too late for that because he just got grabbed by the neck and lifted clean off his feet, meeting eye to eye with Doran.
Oh.
I assume, given all the commotion, I assume Joseph does take note and see this.
And Galen does too. He follows you. Now, Lind is flailing in Doran's hand to try and free himself, but Doran just leans in real close and stares into his eyes intensely and utters the phrase, "You stink of Cassius." And that phrase actually makes Lind freeze in place for a moment, his eyes darting back and forth between Doran's and you guys a few times, very nervously, before Doran finally just drops him onto his ass. Lind grumbles a bit and freezes in place again when Doran aims his harpoon at his throat. "Now speak, insect. What do you know?" Lind takes a nervous gulp and responds, "She's alive, she's alive. My informants and I found her in the Essentials District and confirmed the eyes as well. But she noticed us and disappeared before I could learn more. That's all I know." And you see that spear, inch by inch, just back away from his throat, and Lind just sighs in relief. But then he jumps in place when Doran flops onto his ass onto the dock, staring into the sky. I knew it. I knew she was still alive.
Joseph will walk up to Doran as he's having this revelation.
Joseph, I don't know if now's the time right now. I think we just need to leave.
His entire personality suddenly makes a dramatic shift. His stoic demeanor actually softening a little, and you could almost swear you see a smile on the corner of his lips and a tear forming in his eye.
Maybe it's fun.
He looks to your group, knowing full well that you were the ones who called him. You have done me a great service. I owe you a debt that will be repaid.
Well, just seemed like the right thing to do after accidentally breaking and entering into your house.
Lind finally stands back up and starts flailing his arms in frustration. Well, what about me? I'm the one who got the information. Surely I deserve compensation as well.
I've already paid you.
Doran actually reaches out for him, grabs him by the top of the head like he's palming a basketball, and pulls him close. You may live to see another day, vermin. And then he accurately throws Lind through the air, screaming the whole time until he falls right through the gate. Yeah!
I don't know what he's talking about compensation. I literally already paid him for the information. I gave him a tip. He said he'd do the job for free. And then I gave him money anyway. I don't know what he's talking about compensation for.
Well, Doran said that he owes you guys, and he wanted to be a part of that.
Well, I know, but Barry's just saying for the sake of it.
Well, when you think about it, though, imagine a domain master owing you anything. That's gotta be worth something big.
That's true.
Joseph will put a hand on Doran's arm, look up to him, and basically say, "Now, with such good news, I will say, while we didn't have the best introduction, I didn't exactly spend most of my life fighting Nazis to be compared to the Marauders. And as a dad, well, something had to be done.
And I thank you for offering me this gift." Doran finally stands back up and raises his harpoon into the air and speaks out in a proud voice. Today is a glorious day. Vivid of the Crimson Eye still lives. The entire dock suddenly just erupts in celebration at this news. You see high-fives being exchanged, instruments are playing in the background, dancing lines are forming, and bottles of booze are appearing out of nowhere.
She's still alive, but we should celebrate when she's back in safe hands.
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't blame you for chucking Lind out of here, because I don't particularly like him, but I did want to ask him some more information. The way he said when the informant spotted her, she disappeared, which seems to imply she doesn't want to be found. Like, I don't want to, rain on your parade. It's just worth considering.
I'm sure she has her reasons. The fact she's alive is all I needed.
I mean, I'd hate to imagine if she joined the Marauders.
That is a conversation I will have with her at another time, when she eventually comes back.
Fair enough. I ain't no parent. I ain't gonna get in between your family business.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time I truly rest.
Yeah.
Alright. Lovely meeting you.
He slowly walks away from your group, headed back to his home in the middle of the Wharf Island, but the others around you are celebrating, knowing full well that she is alive, and in their excitement, they offer to give you anything that you want from their fish docks at half price for the day.
Of all the days to not eat seafood, it's the day I could get all the seafood I ever wanted half off.
Yeah, that figures.
Get used to it. When you do a good deed for the community, that tends to happen.
Well, I reckon we ought to finally go to the shops and see what's on sale.
Yeah, let's do that.
Especially since it's half off.
There are a total of 10 different shops along this line, split up into 2 lines of 5 with a small walkway gap in the middle to lead into the storage area. And most of them sell freshly caught seafood, but a couple of them are also selling clothing designed for the waters, fishing rods, tackle and bait, magic rings in a blue hue, and even some boat and diving suit rentals.
Magic rings in a blue hue, you say?
Yes.
That's half off?
That appears to be the deal.
Yes! It all worked out in the end.
I had a feeling. The shopkeeper is an octopus man with a red kerchief on his forehead, a white poet shirt, a brown velvet vest, and a blue name tag reading Klein.
Oh, I see we've met the hentai merchant. Cool.
Right. Please, just have the smallest amount of self-restraint. If we see him acting perverted, then we can make the jokes.
So when you approach, he just puts one arm out onto the counter. What can I do you for?
Hello, lovely to meet you. I'm trying to give me one of them blue rings real quick.
For the heroes that gave us hope about Doran's daughter, half price. 10Z.
Sold. Barry just hands over the magazine. There's exactly 10Z in there. It's all I have. That's neither here nor there.
And he flicks you the ring.
Awesome. Blue ring, let's go.
Yeah, that means you can no longer be pulled forward by water magic.
So I just need it to be noted. I have innate resistance to earth because I took will. I have a green ring and I have a blue ring. I am immune to all forms of movement of like mobility problems.
That's basically was your goal, wasn't it?
My goal was to become immune to as many things as possible. It just happened to go in this order, and honestly, couldn't be more excited.
I'm glad. Your mobility is like the one thing you never tried to improve up to this point.
Nope, I committed to the tank walk of shame.
Yeah, I got a white ring. I remember Atlas asking me about the blue ring I got the other day.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to be greedy, but at the same time, it's a personal goal to me as a person to give Barry as many elemental resistances as possible before the end of the campaign.
That's fair.
So
I mean, Joseph has the gold armband and a white ring, so.
That's the gold armband. That's the mana shield, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's say you need mana potions to fuel that anyway. Maybe we should have gotten a few.
Didn't he just get one?
I got two.
We just gave him two, but I'm just saying well, when we were doing the potion shopping, we didn't account for that because I forgot he had that.
That's true, but at the same time, he doesn't consume a tremendous amount of mana, so he probably is just fine.
Fair enough. Alrighty, cool beans.
So now that you got that ring, did you want to go anywhere else on the island, or you want to call it quits here and go somewhere else?
I don't know. Barry has done everything. Barry made the people happy. He's done everything he needs. Y'all got any ideas of where we need to go, or?
Well, it's getting kind of late in the evening, and you got one domain left.
This is true.
Yeah, while we could go to, like, the Essentials District and see if we can find the daughter, I assume that's going to be resolved on its own in due time. We can just go and visit the Black Domain, the final one.
The thing is, I'm kind of on the fence about the Black Domain because wasn't it, like, restricted?
Yeah, the paper said it was shut down.
Oh, okay, that doesn't necessarily restricted. Okay.
I mean, that's still ominous in of itself, really.
True.
I guess we're going there next.
We're off to see the Black Domain of Diadem.
When you bring up that you guys are heading to the Black Domain next, Chimo is actually a little bit more enthusiastic about this visit.
Chimo, I think that's the most excited I've seen you about anything in our entire time here at Diadem.
She gives you the stink eye and just walks away.
I thought this was just an observation. Man, this is why I stayed single all my life.
I mean, you have to admit, all of the other domains are jovial or have their own sort of flair to them, and yet the Black Domain isn't really ever brought up or talked about.
Apparently, because it's been shut down.
And we get to at least see if we can figure out why that was the case.
Alright, well, on we get.
Well, it takes you a good, let's say 15-20 minutes to walk your way down to that gateway, and this gate is a golden ring with a black magic wall looking like an ever-falling veil of black paint or ink. And in front of the gate, you see a small yet vibrant, against the black gate, series of A-frame barricades in a wide circle in front of it, a visibly obvious sign of warning to anyone approaching.
Well, seems like it's barred to the public. Let's go home.
And guarding this gate is a lone Thunder Force agent, a human woman with shoulder-length golden blonde hair and pale brown, almost yellow eyes, a pair of golden retriever ears atop her head, smiling and munching on a fudge pop while sitting back on a beach chair under an umbrella, her silver name tag reading Kikari. You finally found another quarter species just like Ignis.
Okay, so dog people can eat chocolate. Good to know.
I was about to say that the description sounded familiar until I heard the name.
Alright, well, Barry's gonna walk up, I guess. Unless anyone else wants to take the conversation.
Joseph's also gonna walk up.
As well.
When she sees you approach, she suddenly stops mid-bite, waving at your group. Hi there! Stay away, please! This gate is closed until further notice.
Oh, yeah. Why?
She looks at you, puzzled, licking her lips clean of the ice cream. You don't know? There have been a bunch of disappearances associated with this gate. Have been for over a year.
Oh, we ain't been here for a year, so it makes sense we wouldn't know that.
Oh! So a bunch of people went in, and no one really came out. We sent multiple teams in to find out what happened, but they didn't come back either. And she just jovially takes another bite of her frozen treat.
Okay, so like no entry under any circumstances.
I mean, you can go in if you want to, but you probably won't come back. I'm just here to say you probably shouldn't.
Alright, cool. Thank you for your time. Hey Joseph, I have an idea.
What?
You know how you have that ability that lets you see shit better?
Yeah, I tried telling you about it and you fell asleep.
When was that?
When we went to the hot springs.
Okay, well that is not my fault. You tried to do it when it was relaxing in hot springs. I'm surprised you didn't fall asleep.
Weakling. Joseph will just mumble that as he focuses his eye. Though granted, I would need a target to really pinpoint them, but if we do find something odd, I'll be able to trace them.
Well, I was gonna say, what if we I don't know, Barry's just gonna fish something random out of his backpack. Okay, what if I take this compass foot? Could you focus your vision on it? I throw it through the gate, and then you can see what's on the other side.
Well, I've never tried using Vulture's sign on an object before, but this could be an entertaining attempt.
Well, let's remember that when you used your vulture sign on the person that you were following, when he went through the gate, you couldn't see him anymore.
I as a player thought about that, but Barry doesn't know that.
Though granted, the other issue is that, well, given that these are separate planes, I usually get blacked out from the target, though. I suppose a test wouldn't hurt regardless of the limitations I've taken note of.
But I'll tell you what, if you roll high enough, if you want to spend the mana point to cast this and try it, if you roll high enough on your attempt, I'll give you something.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna see if this works.
There's no way you can.
Okay, you know what? That's not terrible. I'll give you something.
I mean, you could always fate point it if you wanted more.
I don't know if the permanent fate point would regenerate here.
I mean, permanent fate points don't regenerate, period.
They do not.
And I don't have any more fate points, sadly, so there's still a +4, so it's at least something.
So here's what I'll give you. Given that you threw it into what you refer to as another plane of existence, which is not far off, I guess, you can't see very much, and the view is very much unclear. But what you can see is that inside is mostly pitch black, and you do see the remnants of a faint golden glow. I'm afraid that's about all I can give you.
Upstairs.
I can't really pick up much, but it's pitch dark in there, but there is a hint of something in the inky darkness.
We got any more info than a something, or is it just a something?
Something gold, that's for sure. Though I doubt the Marauders would be dumb enough to actually go in through here. And if they are, then God's help them, because it's dark as hell in there.
That's what we got flashlights for, I guess. Do we want to commit to this line of exploration? Knowing what we know about this gate?
Yeah, I am so tempted to just go in through the gate. You have no idea.
I'll throw you if you want.
Chimo actually steps up and offers to go first.
I mean, I think if we're going to go in, it shouldn't be in order. I think we either all walk in together or we all don't. Just for maximum safety purposes.
Yeah, I think it's best if, at the very least, just one of us goes in.
But then if something's on the other side of that gate and that one person's in there all by themselves.
We're all gonna go in, so I still have pinpoint on the compass, and well, we can use that. I can use that to guide us from a bird's eye view. Granted, it's dark as hell and will be limited, but still,
I mean,
it's better
we
than
should all
nothing.
have flashlights. Did y'all stop carrying around the military equipment they gave us? Barry reaches into his backpack that he always wears and pulls out a halogen flashlight.
You know, I actually didn't think about the backpack.
I mean,
We were all given equipment.
You guys haven't used those flashlights since session 0. Honestly, I'm not surprised you forgot about it.
well, Joseph will open his cloak. I still have a few of those flares and glow sticks we were given, so...
So I'm the only one carrying around the equipment we was provided?
Atlas, I'll be real with you here. Not once have we ever needed a flashlight, and this is coming from and this is coming from a war veteran who is quite good at improv, Chief.
Shaking my head.
Okay.
I'm the
I-
only
I-
one. I'm the only one prepared.
I think the most we needed it was the traversal for that cave, and the most we found was that sleeping guard, snoring like a goddamn cave beast.
I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Alright, so I guess it's all agreed you guys are all going in at the same time just for the sake of safety?
I guess I should go
Yeah.
first. I guess I should be kind of at the front of the group since apparently I'm the only one who brought the militarily provided flashlights.
Well, Barrett can be at the front with the flashlight. Joseph will be somewhere in the middle holding the compass, getting a bird's eye view with limited he can, as well as being able to hold the glow stick at the very least.
No, it just now
So-
occurred to me. Those of us with access to magic, barring Chimo actually, because she only has pink and white.
Yep.
So me and Joseph, we both have access to light magic anyway.
If you wanted to infuse something with light magic, yeah, it would basically work like a giant glow stick flashlight deal.
So, man,
Wait. Hold on. So, hold on. I can breathe fire.
Yes, you can.
I have
yeah,
I
but
have
can
fire
you breathe
capabilities.
fire at a consistent rate for a long period of time?
He can breathe on that stick long enough to make a torch.
True.
So
Only
it-
assuming there's a
it
wooden
just-
stick available.
True.
Yeah,
So,
it just goes-
Hang on. That actually does bring something up, though. This apparently is associated with the wood shortage, so there might be something to that.
Maybe. All right, let's just go on in and we'll figure it out later.
I mean, as fucky as this place is, we have me who can see from a bird's eye view with, given that I marked the compass, and if I need to use light magic, I have a sword at my hip that I can turn into a fucking glow stick if
I mean,
need
for that
be.
matter, you could just light up the compass.
Also true.
That as well, there's multiple options. We got a fire breather who can make an improvised torch, and we have the man with the flashlight, our tank.
who also has light magic.
Yup. Alright. So let's say you
Alright.
guys go inside.
Well, I'm just still so flabbergasted. I'm the only one carrying around the equipment.
Alright.
Like, Joseph, you're a military man. What the fuck?
Alright, so okay. We're going into the Black Gate now.
Yeah.
As you exit the Black Gate, you are met by the nightmarish sight of a half-dead forest. The trees, all varying forms of grayscale and barren of most of their leaves. It is nearly perfectly silent here, only sparsely occupied by the occasional deep howl in the distance, and there is a blood-red full moon overhead, barely lighting up the pitch-black night sky. Welcome to the Forest Domain.
Great, I didn't know I'd have memories of good old Transylvania while
Yeah,
here.
I was just thinking about this is just like when I read, the Dracula novel in college.
And I thought the domain of the dead was eerie.
Well, that's eerie because of mourning, grieving, and, well, the fact that it's connected to the spirit world. This is a whole other type of eerie. This is an eerie that would make any wannabe detective blush.
Now, your attention is grabbed by a soft glowing glow a few yards from you in all directions, coming from a circular gold wall of energy, definitely magical in nature. It's about 50 feet wide, is attached to a large rock just behind the gate, and it illuminates the healthy patch of grass directly beneath your feet.
So there ain't no light here, but there's trees and there's healthy grass.
Now, the ground outside the magic circle is slightly reflective black, resembling ink or wet paint. And some of this ink has stained or splashed on the trees themselves, and those with the largest stains on them seem to be the most grayed out.
Okay, I say this bit out of character. Inashi, what is this Bendy and the ink machine bullshit you're getting ready to put us through?
I mean, there's only one way to find out. Now, behind the gateway, the gate itself is bound to a massive boulder, and around the backside of that gate is an abandoned lumberyard filled with incomplete pallets of different types, shapes, and sizes of woods. And it's difficult to see from here, but you don't see any immediate signs of life from that either.
Well, I can see what's causing the wood shortage, though I don't see who is responsible.
I mean, if it's been going on for years, no shit you ain't seeing who's responsible.
Well, we're in the location where we should see someone.
Yeah. Barry's like waving about his flashlight, just like trying to find anything of note. And finally he locks onto this nearby tree. He's like, hey, wait a minute. Look at that tree over there. There's a couple of signs on this tree.
You spot two sloppy wooden signs on a nearby tree, hastily drawn with what looks like black finger paint style lettering. One of the signs says one-way trip and has an arrow pointing toward an opening in the trees. The other sign says don't touch the ink and has an arrow pointing at the ground.
That's morbid.
Well, honestly, it's not surprising not touch this inky black stuff on the ground. I mean, if it's killing off the grass and the trees as shown here, then Lord knows what it could do to a person.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyways, Hinanashi, Barry's gonna go get a little closer to ink. He wants to, like, try and figure out what the fuck.
That's fine. The ink is outside of this magical glowing golden wall, and for whatever reason is not getting inside of it, so you can see the grass right up to where that wall ends.
Okay, I understand what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so Barry has a couple of things he wants to investigate. For one, he wants to investigate the wall, because gold magic wall, that's kind of my specialty. So I can just maybe figure out, I mean, it's kind of obvious why it's here, but like, I don't know, maybe can I do a roll just to see if I can find anything else interesting of note about it?
Sure.
I'm going to assume that is an academics roll.
It would be investigate, but I'll let you use academics for this one since you actually have researched your information on gold magic.
Yeah, I mean, this is my specialty. I went to college and learned about gold. Damn it!
The gold wall looks familiar.
Hold on. Can I?
Fate point reroll that
You can if you want.
based upon my, Okay, well, when you say it like that, it makes it sound like this isn't important enough to warrant a reroll, but like...
The golden magic wall looks like golden magic that you've seen before. That's about all I can give you with a roll like that.
Hold on. Can I take a shot at this?
You're welcome to try it too.
I assume when you say I've seen it before is that it's very reminiscent of the big golden wall that was kind of surrounding the outside of Diadem.
He's not saying anything.
Inashi,
I'm still here.
can you confirm or deny?
It does look familiar.
It does look...
You rolled a 0. I can't confirm shit.
Yeah.
I'm spending that fate point on a reroll. You're
all right.
annoying me. I have two more perma fate points. Like, I can afford this.
All right.
It's better.
You know what? Fine. I'll give you a little something more. This golden magic wall resembles a golden magic wall that you've seen once before, specifically during Oudigan's challenge.
Oh,
this is a challenge wall.
That's certainly what it looks like.
Barry, like, you see Barry have the light bulb moment. Wait. Hold on. Y'all remember when we was in the Red Demesne and Oudigan was challenged by them marauders and how the wall appeared around them to contain the challenge. Ain't this wall just like that?
Chimo stares at it for a second and goes, I think you're right.
actually, now that you mention it, it's also similar to Miranda.
Oh, right. You got challenged by Miranda.
He was part of a
Miranda
challenge, that's true.
Oh, wow. That information's coming in handy.
I don't.
You know, I forgot that you mentioned that whole experience was technically a challenge.
Yeah.
Well, this doesn't look like any ordinary challenge that be given. Seems to be erected just to keep the ink in place and to not spill everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I feel like this wall would have had to have been created as part of a challenge, but the fact that it's still here would seem to indicate that the challenge would still be ongoing. And maybe that has something to do with the ink.
Containment or challenge, there's too many questions now than answers that we're getting.
So what are you gonna do now?
Well, okay, so we could go through the woods, through the path indicated by that poorly drawn sign that says one way, but the problem is that says one way. And I don't necessarily want to be stuck in this domain for the rest of my life.
Chimo is deep in thought and is clinging to her sword very tightly.
You know what? I have an idea. Joseph, do you still have your bird's eye whatever on the compass?
I do.
Hey, let me see that compass for a second. Hey, Nanashi,
Yes?
does Barry reasonably think that he can throw this compass over the wall?
Well, let's be clear here. There is no exact range as to how high the wall appears to go, so in theory he could. At worst, if it doesn't work, it'll just bounce right back toward you.
Yeah, Barry's gonna try and throw the compass over the wall just to... So, okay, Joseph, close your eyes, I guess. You're about to move very fast, so I want you to get vertigo.
If only you could see how I even have to control this thing. It's like having glorified split screen in your neural system. I'll get used to it.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Because one eye has the fucking bird's eye view and the other eye sees basically everything on ground.
Well, see, here's the thing. Barry wanted to ask about that at a later point. It's just, it wasn't a right now conversation, but Barry was curious and was going to ask you about that at some point.
Well, now he has an answer, and he can confirm that Joseph will be used to this throw.
Alright, well give me a physique roll and see how far and high you can throw it.
Don't get vertigo.
Okay.
Come on!
Okay, a 3's not bad. It's definitely better than a 0 and a 1.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright, so when you throw the compass, it looks like it hits something right when it tries to go above the wall, but it still manages to go through with enough physical force for Joseph to get a bird's eye view of what looks like a dying forest, as far as his view is able to see. However, he does see that there is a clear-cut path through the forest, and there appears to be the remnants of what looks like a fight or an explosion in the distance, and that's when the compass falls down into the ink and his vision is completely obscured.
Well,
So yeah,
not getting that compass back.
So yeah, with the compass now essentially destroyed in the ink, Vulture's sign will turn off, but Joseph has the info he needs now. Well, everyone needs now. Impressive throw, and I was able to get a good glimpse of everything.
What do you mean impressive throw? That was awful. I didn't even stretch first.
Awful, impressive. You managed to help me get a good glimpse of what we're dealing with.
Man, I'm getting weak in my old age. I say with a +4 physique.
Anyways, so what are you gonna do now?
So there is a clear-cut path, though we'd have to take the one-way trip, and, well, there was another thing at the end before the compass fell into the ink below. I think I may have seen the aftermath of the people that used to be here. It looked like something explosive took place, but that's all I can make of it.
Oh, great.
So we have one path and one waypoint. We may as well take it. Then, well, the alternative.
I mean, the alternative is just we turn around and go home.
And miss out on seeing what the hell's been going on here? Sorry, but this place doesn't even compare to the hells I've been through.
Because you haven't stepped in that ink yet, probably.
Well, we got a safe path and we're gonna take it, so...
Alrighty.
By the way, Barry, your character's wearing actual shoes, right?
Well, No, he left home in sandals because he didn't think we were doing this today, or that ink was what this entailed.
Interesting.
Barry's in sandals.
All right, well, go ahead.
Basically, you just kind of have to assume berries and sandals unless I explicitly say otherwise.
Well, then I
I
recommend you
did
keep your
not say
toes to
otherwise.
yourself. I recommend you keep your toes to yourself. Wait, are you one of those fucktards that wears socks with sandals?
No!
Good.
Okay. Okay.
What do you take berry for?
I'm just making sure.
Man, I can't believe you think so little of berry.
I needed to make sure, because that might have been your saving grace on anything that might be involved with the ink.
Nope.
All right. So, it's agreed you guys are going through the magic wall?
Yeah.
All right, well, when you push through it, it feels like you're walking through a dense wall made of cool wind, but otherwise doesn't appear to do anything more. And the air outside is filled with a metallic stench, almost like iron. And every step you take outside of it makes a wet squelching noise as you step into a half-inch deep pool of pure black that stretches for miles in between the trees.
It's like a swamp almost. Reminds me of like going to visit my cousins down in Louisiana.
So you got three directions you can go. Anywhere else, back to the lumberyard, or forward into the path.
I reckon we just gotta go forward. I mean, do we feel any adverse effects from stepping into this ink?
It feels cool to the touch, and it makes your feet feel surprisingly heavy and dull, like the energy from it is just slowly being drained out.
Okay. How deep? Okay, how deep does our feet like sink into this ink?
The ink is about half an inch thick.
Wait, hold on. It occurred to me that Ignis might not be wearing any type of shoes.
Why wouldn't you be?
I don't know.
I mean, you would have been given shoes when we left on this grand adventure, and I feel like if you were without shoes, Miranda would have hamstrung you.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So you're basically gonna be a little heavy-footed as you walk through this pathway.
Yeah. All right. Well, nowhere to go but forward.
Mm-hmm.
As you go into the pathway, the forest is borderline devoid of any signs of life, but you do spot more wooden signs deeper in with arrows pointing in the same direction. You see ones that say, "Welcome to damnation. Ink stains the skin. Never touch the ink always wins."
Guys, I'm suddenly feeling a little less confident about our traversal through here. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm wearing sandals.
Yeah, I noticed.
Despite the lack of life, you also spot several gorgeous spider webs between some of the trees.
I'm suddenly feeling a lot less confident about our trip through here.
And you also realize that the webbing is at least an inch thick and stretches across multiple trees.
Nanashi, what would be like the role to like maintain Barry's courage?
I would probably label that as a rapport roll.
Oh, at least I'm good at that. Or what about like would that maybe fall under will? I don't know.
You know what? Will would probably be a better fit. Give me a will roll then.
If it makes you feel any better, both of those are the same modifier for me.
Fair. Okay. He's not feeling more or
does
less
Barry
great.
panic and run off screaming back towards the gate?
No, he doesn't feel any type of way to forward or against. He's basically where he is.
Yeah. If it was like a -1 or then that would probably be like
the moment you say spider webs, because like Lind is because here's the thing, Barry does not like spiders. Lind he can handle because he's bigger than Lind. Whatever made those, assumedly is bigger than Barry if the webs are an inch in diameter.
Now hold on. We don't know how big of webs Lind can produce. What Lind can make, rather. So like either those webs, so that those spiders either have been made by Lind, if he actually does decide to go here, or if it actually is like something bigger. In which case, yeah,
it does seem like a place when Lind would like. Hey guys, do you feel like something's watching you?
None will know.
Jeez, that scared me in real life, Nanashi. What the fuck?
What did?
It's all fun and games until the soundboard sets the atmosphere.
It'll give you a heart attack in real life.
So, you guys gonna try and keep going, or what?
Well, Joseph is, because this is not new for him.
Yeah, Ignis is as well.
Chimo's going to as well.
Well, Barry doesn't want to get left alone, so I guess he's coming too. Safety in numbers and all that.
So it takes a few minutes of walking and incessant repetitive squelching noises, but you see the trees finally begin to open and form a true clearing, and it looks like a long-forgotten war zone. There are craters several feet in width, massive claw marks and gashes in the ground, and people strewn about in various prone positions, most of them atop rocks or fallen trees.
It just occurred to me that Ignis never found a stick.
You can just grab one of the dying tree branches.
Oh, true.
Do the
So it's just gonna
the dying tree branches with the ink actually light up?
That's a good question.
Well, only one way to find out. Ignis is gonna, grab a dying tree branch and then light it on fire.
The wood actually does catch fire, but it feels very old and dead and dried.
So I'm assuming I'm not gonna get much fire, but not much light, rather.
Not a tremendous amount, but enough to show you where you need to go.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's all I care about.
Anyways, battlefields. Hey, Joseph. You been here before?
Har. Though, to say I'm not getting some flashbacks would be a lie. What the hell could have even done this?
I don't know.
I mean, look at these claw marks. That's like how big of claw marks are we? How big are we talking?
We're talking probably about a foot, maybe 2 feet in length, and a few inches deep.
Oh.
So, okay, but like, what kind of claws though? Is it like, the stereotypical horror movie 3 claw slashes, or is it look more like a bear claw? Can we get a little more, or are you gonna make me roll for it?
It's a little hard to tell. It's definitely a giant animal of some sort, and it looks like 5 claws.
5, okay.
Dragon?
Well, I think we have a definitive answer of where the missing people are.
Yeah.
Strewn about everywhere.
Speaking of which, when you mention that, you actually see one of the people lift their head for half a second before it just flops back over onto the rock they're lying on.
Wait a minute.
Y'all see that?
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. I want to investigate that rock.
Well, Joseph's got zombie experience. I feel like we should let Joseph do it.
And
I
plus,
mean,
well, if this is another zombie experience, well, good thing you all have an experienced zombie killer. It's a once-in-a-lifetime description, but it's probably going to become relevant.
I was gonna, Ross has had a +3 investigate. No, Joseph, +3 investigate as well.
Yeah, both of you have investigate. Why don't you both go look into it? Chimo will stay by Barry's side.
Might as well.
Alright. Okay.
That's a +3.
Not bad. Not bad.
Perfectly balanced.
That's all things should be.
Should be.
Alright, let's take a shot.
Okay.
Perfectly.
Okay.
All the modifiers.
Thank goodness for modifiers, am I right? So, you can see that all of these people are pale and weak, but definitely still alive. Some of them are wearing uniforms, others look like Thunder Force, and a few are wearing prison outfits.
Wait, if they're alive, you reckon we should get them out?
Yeah, I think we should.
Though, whatever did this is most definitely still lingering and no doubt keeping an eye on, well...
I mean, if they're pale, then it could just be the ink, if I'm honest.
Something's
Probably.
not right here.
What's not right is this ink. It's on my feet, and it feels like it's draining the life out of me.
Speaking of which, you also see that each one is in varying amounts of physical grayscale, and all of them have massive patches of that black ink on their skin and clothing. And they also look somewhat emaciated, like they haven't touched food in a month.
Man, they must be really
I
hungry.
feel like we gotta get these people out of here. Get this ink washed off them.
Behind them all is the remains of a wooden cabin, the remains scattered all across the open clearing, and each piece is splashed with that same thick black ink in varying amounts, as well as massive claw marks.
Whatever did this most definitely didn't do this for food. We can rule that out. But it's definitely doing this for sport, and we're lying in the middle of its trophy collection.
As it happens, when you mention food, one of the people in Thunder Force garb manages to raise an arm, and his right arm is coated in that ink. We're all trapped. The gate won't let us leave.
The gate.
The gate won't let you leave.
The gold ring, it's a one-way.
No.
Well,
That ring, it wasn't just meant to keep out the ink in this challenge. Whatever is doing this isn't locked in with us. We're locked in with it, and it made sure of it.
The Thunder Force agent manages to very carefully prop itself up on one of its arms so it can look you in the eye, and he looks pale as hell, but it's a bald male boa constrictor wearing Thunder Force garb. There's a creature in here. It's made of this stuff. It spreads it everywhere it goes, and it keeps us weak but won't let us die.
Wait a minute. If we went through a Domain Master challenge gate, then surely this must be a challenge of some sort.
But
very speechless.
what kind of fucked up challenge would ensure the losers suffer for this?
That much I don't know, but it is just a hunch.
I mean, as foul as the Marauders are, and after what they did, and well, the talk of torture, not even I would subject them to something like this.
What gets me is most of these people, maybe except them ones in prison uniforms, but most of these people probably ain't even marauders. He's just unfortunate passers-by.
I never said it was a willing, how should I describe this? Like, they weren't challenged willingly. And I do say this in character as well, as like a sort of observation.
Well, when you say the word challenge, you actually get the attention of another person in your little audience. A sparrow with short brown hair in flannel. He starts laughing maniacally while lying on his back on top of a tree stump. You want to talk about challenge? Go talk to the one who was challenged. He's been here longer than anyone else. And he shakily points in the direction of the largest dead tree by the destroyed house.
What? I guess Barry's gonna go kind of march himself over to that tree.
And just for safety's sake, Chima's going to follow you.
Yeah.
Ignis will as well.
Slumped against the backside of that tree, you see a frail-looking black fennec foxman with long black hair draping over his body, and he is wearing heavily damaged black pants and sloppily wrapped bandages around his eyes, chest, and left shoulder. His left arm is also physically missing, and the bandages around his chest are loose enough to where you can see the gaping 6-inch wide hole leading clear through his body. He is somehow still breathing, but otherwise makes no movement.
Oh.
I'd ask if he was alright, but that's because he's
Clearly
kind of
not.
a question.
He's clearly not okay.
Yeah. I mean, can I hit him with a little bit of that, touch healing spell? Like, I'm not a medic like Joseph, but I got the infusion.
I don't think it's gonna help, my guy.
I'm going to try.
Well, when you approach and make the attempt to do so, his head raises a few inches and his ears flick once. And you hear him mutter the words, "Behind you."
Nani will know.
Gesundheit. Anyway, that's an out of character joke. Barry turns around, horrified.
There is a colossal black creature on 4 legs with a long, thick tail made entirely of ink, staring you all down without eyes. You cannot make out a face, but its obvious head splits open in 6 different directions, peeling back to reveal rows of teeth inside that each flap as 3 tongues flick out at you, screeching in 3 different voices at once, saying the phrase "Nani mo nai."
Nani.
Man,
Wait a minute.
man,
Wait.
if only we had Caleb with us. I know he spoke Japanese. Actually, hey Barry. No, I'm Barry. Hey Nanashi.
I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Yes, I, Atlas, would like to talk to Barry for a moment.
Let me guess.
I
You want to
do-
try and make an academics roll to see if you can figure out what he's saying?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know if I've ever told you about this, but as I always imagined, Barry did a world tour in his wrestling heyday, including a time in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll on the back of that logic? Could I make an academics roll to try and understand what he's saying?
You absolutely can.
All right, cool. Barry is a well-cultured and well-learned individual.
Good enough. This is a simple phrase. I am empty.
Oh.
What?
It lurches forward toward your group. I need all of you to make a dodge roll.
Yeah, no, that's literally what Barry said aloud. He what? Dodge roll,
Here-
huh?
What?
That well.
Athletics or stealth, doesn't matter.
So I'm just gonna do a straight roll.
I am good at athletics, believe it or not.
What the fuck?
Dude, one of these days...
Yeah, you're not rolling well today.
We're
Gee,
really
I
not.
wonder, almost
We're
like
being
you need a
carried
new
off the
dice
backs of
strip.
our modifiers.
So, you see Joseph suddenly grabbed by its massive mouth, tossed into the air, and swallowed whole in a single gulp. And the creature looks at the rest of you with an identical hunger.
I'm not insta dead, am I?
No, you are not dead.
No, Nanashi's too nice for that.
We are now in a combat scenario.
And we,
Oh, well,
and we didn't even fucking heal or get ready. Damn. And
Yeah.
I can't even
Oh.
join you all. This sucks.
It's showtime.
Wait,
at least-
hold on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, throughout the fight, can I at least try to fucking dig out?
Don't worry, you're not going to be outside of any possibility with this fight. You're going to be able to do stuff.
I find it very interesting that the level 4, aka the basic summon for darkness magic, is a tarantula.
Isn't that a thing? I'm surprised you
I
didn't
can't
say
help but
something about that
wonder-
sooner.
I can't. Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never really looked at the level 4 summons because the only time the summons have been was that time I was having the grand revelation about the level 5 summons being the same species as the domain masters. So now I can't help but wonder what significance the level 4 summons have, and it also makes Lind's bullshit make more sense.
I'm sure it does. But we'll have to worry about that later. We're in a combat scenario. I need everyone to give me an initiative roll except for Joseph because he's going to go last.
Yippee! At least it's not a tarantula. Like you immediately said there's a creature behind Barrett. I'm like, please don't be a
Shit.
spider. Please don't be a spider. Then you said 4 legs. I visibly in real life went, whew!
And then you realized what it was.
Wait.
I still don't really know what it is besides an amorphous black 4 legs, a tail, and horrific many mouth with the teeth and 3 tongues.
Yeah. Wait, hold on, Alice. Do you have arachnophobia?
Yes! Haven't we talked about this?
We have.
No.
He literally said multiple times he hated spiders.
Yeah, I know, but he didn't flat out say that he has arachnophobia.
I mean,
See,
you
okay,
should assume that's
Ignis, question.
arachnophobia.
Are you asking if I
Yeah, I
have
know.
arachnophobia? Hold on, no. Are you asking if I, Atlas Core, have arachnophobia, or if Barry has arachnophobia?
You're the player.
Yes. Granted, that
Okay.
actually that question doesn't even matter, because both of us do. I kind of decided that Barry has arachnophobia, which does get a little weird when you consider animal people, and then with Lind, it's like, huh.
Yeah.
All right, so back to the point, though. Ignis, I'm going to need you to make me a reroll.
I was already prepared for that. Okay, cool.
All right, so...
Okay, cool.
Oh, good. It goes first.
Yeah, I just need to
Because
pull up...
of course it does. You know, there's a part of me wondering if this is like a level 5 summon gone out of control. No, this is just me as a player. Barry is not thinking that in this moment. What he's thinking in the moment is, oh god, oh shit, oh fuck, oh god, oh shit, help, god, help. But I'm wondering if this is like a level 5 summon, but gone like
Rogue.
we're fucking wrong. Hold on, formless dark entity. Its shape is the species of the summoner, but big, made of black ink and demonic.
Hold on. What I am
The
willing
icon
to
is a fox. Nanashi.
Congratulations, you put it together.
Nanashi.
It's a rampant summon. You figured it out. And you know
How
what
does
that
a
means?
Summon even go rampant.
That's a
Barry
good
would probably
question.
know this. Barry would probably know this in a calm situation, but he is not calm right now.
No, he is not. All right, so let's get started in the combat.
Wait, does that mean if we kill this thing, we technically win the challenge?
No way to know for sure.
Except for doing it. All right, let's get to it.
Yeah.
All right. God, I did not expect you guys to be so into this. All right, so the creature is going to move 3 zones closer.
Hi!
Oh,
You know,
And he's going to try and strike down Barry.
I always said I have a lot of HP. Hey guys, I can't help but wonder if I may have bitten off more than chew.
Dodge a +8.
oh no!
What kind of bullshit is this?
Barry, I think you might be fucked.
Help me! Help me! Okay, dodging a +8. Dude, I physically can't. The best I could get if I rolled 4 pluses is a 7.
Well, you just gotta make sure you're not in crit range.
Good luck.
Dodge a +8. Also the dice spot. Hello, allow us to introduce ourselves. Here's all negatives.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
still a
you're-
crit.
It's still a crit,
not
but it's
double
better than it
crit.
could have been.
But it's not
Okay.
double crit.
Hey guys, I don't know how to tell you this, but Barry still had the damage from last combat, and after that hit, I'm at half health for the first time ever.
You wanted me to hit you, I'm hitting you. You wanted me to make this more challenging, it's now more challenging. Have fun.
This is just like a. Hold on, this is another boss fight right here.
Hold on, it's fine. Because if I grapple him, he'll lose his aim actions for the turn. I just have to succeed on the Herculean hold.
You really want to try and grapple a 12-foot tall Black Fox Ink demon.
We're talking about a dude who grappled a fucking dragon chief. Nothing's impossible.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I
but,
was
yeah.
about to say, he did something.
Barry does one thing and he does it incredibly well, but right now Barry has to wait for his turn because the only one going after Barry is Joseph, the one who got eaten.
All right, well, Chimo will go next. She'll move into the same zone as the creature and pull out her sword to take a good swing at it. Oh, damn, that's actually a decent roll.
I deserve this. I did talk a lot of shit the past few sessions.
You see the black ink creature see the sword coming, and all of a sudden its body descends into the ink just so that it can dodge that swing and comes right back up.
Oh, what the fuck?
All right, next up is Ignis. What you doing, buddy?
Hold on, before he takes his turn, I want to point out, I find it so funny. My only main complaint was that I wasn't going to be doing enough healing as a support role, so I was questioning my multi-class there. And then Atlas is like, I just want more of a challenge. I haven't felt anything. Now we're here.
To be fair, if I had come into this with full health, I wouldn't be as worried.
That's the
The problem
point.
is we're coming into this off the back of last session's combat to save Tlaloc.
Yep. That's what you got to pay attention to, man. I knew I'd get you eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, we get hit with like a giant creature that can move 3 spaces per turn.
And it hit me with a +8.
Yep. All right, so that was Chimo's turn. Ignis, your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna test something else. I'm gonna be moving to D3.
All right.
I'm gonna be pulling my golden sword,
Okay.
and
There's a
then
red
just
party in here.
yeah, and then I'm just gonna swing because I can't defuse it for shit.
All right. Show me what you got. Wow.
Oh, I
Perfectly
forgot the modifier.
It's fine. It's fine. Your stealth is a +4. And you said you don't have any more fate points left, right?
Nah.
This creature dips down into the ink again, but this time it sees the gold sword and it thwacks you with its tail, dealing 1 point of damage and hitting you with an infusion of darkness. You are also under the effect of Hollow.
Oh well, fun.
I have one
I
job
forgot-
here. I'm not gonna say the combat relies upon me holding this thing down, but I feel
Well, I
like the
forgot-
combat might rely upon me holding this thing down.
Go for it.
I forgot to move, but you know what? Fuck it.
We ball. So I'm going to attempt to grapple it, and I'm going to say it right now, because I feel like this might help. Just maybe.
Mhm.
I'm going to infuse my grapple with light magic.
Interesting. Let's see if it hits.
This is Hold
You're-
on.
you're
Do
like
I
a
have
dis-
anything
you're like
I can do I have anything I can sacrifice to the dice bot ritualistically? It worked last time I did it.
I rip up this common Yu-Gi-Oh card. Please
No,
give me a better roll.
I'm not doing it. No, not my. No, none of them.
Let's see
I
it.
will not sacrifice that.
I'm gonna rip up you say Stardust Dragon.
I don't even own a Stardust Dragon. I owned a Ghost Rare Black Rose Dragon once, though.
Rip it.
I know I don't own it anymore. It was stolen from me in middle school.
Damn.
Oh.
Hold on, I might spend a fate point on that because I still got 2 permanent fate points.
All right. Well, here's the question. What will you use to redeem it? What aspect?
Well, I mean, I'm grappling it, so probably what was the exact wording of it?
The best pro wrestler?
Best pro wrestler.
All right, well, here's the question. I'll let you redeem it off of that if you want to. Would you take a +2 or will you do a reroll?
I don't know, because on one hand, it feels like logically, if I re-roll it, I could probably roll a bit better. But on the other hand, we see how the dice bot's been treating.
So let me be clear about something here. You can actually wait until the attack has been blocked or dodged against before you make that fate point decision if you want to.
Oh, tell me the results first then!
Yeah, I've been trying to do that. It's just you guys keep jumping the gun a little bit here and there, so I don't get many opportunities. He dodged it by 1.
Okay, I'm taking that +2. Give me that +2 right now.
All right. Well, upon hit, you actually see its body start to dissipate where the horns hit. That light magic did extra damage.
Hold on. Can I describe this really quick?
Be my guest.
So, Barry's like, okay, this is fine. I can do this. Hey, Joseph, and now's the time to get serious. Barry's gonna lunge toward to grapple it, and he sees it attempt to squoosh down into the ground again.
Yep.
And he's like, nope, that ain't happening. Barry infuses both of his hands with light magic and just it's squooshed in the ground into the ink, and he's just gonna reach into the ink and grab and hopes that this will work and just pull it back up.
You managed to pull the creature back up and out of the ink and basically put it into a full Nelson-style lock with what physically you can reach around him with and grab him and hold him into place. Plus, the light magic on your hands is searing the ink on his body. He took extra damage from that light magic infusion.
Yes! Is it I know I'm grappled. Hey, I know... Can we pretend I did use my item action before I grappled him, actually? Because I forgot I can't use any aim actions after I grapple.
And since you wouldn't be moving, then you know what? I'll give you that. What are you using?
Well, I think I'd like to chug my health potion, please.
5 extra hit points to you.
Thank you.
I'm restraining myself right now.
Okay, yeah, chug a health potion and then do the action. I need you guys to know that as I spoke the actions aloud, I did them in real life to help word them.
I figured as much, honestly. So you managed to restrain the creature, and as I said, it took extra damage, and you also got to put put the radiant status on it, which means it's screaming in pain.
Yes.
It's screaming in pain and in the full Nelson, damn. He said full Nelson.
Slow down, Beavis.
I don't understand
Beavis
what
and
we're laughing about. Oh, that would explain it.
Alright, so.
That's my turn.
Joseph, it is now your turn.
Oh boy, we're gonna try to fight out of this.
You could, but the creature also can't defend against you.
I assume he can hear what's going on. Hold up, because he's radiant, he's covered in light magic. I assume Joseph would be able to get the memo, correct?
I would assume so.
Joseph, while inside of the creature, is going to unsheath his sword. I will use 1 mana point to imbue it with light magic. And I am going to attempt to cut myself out of it using the same light magic.
Be my guest. Give me an attack roll.
That's a
Okay.
+3.
Okay, that's not
Yo!
bad. Bear in mind you have advantage on this attack because it's currently hit with Radiant.
So I
I
gotta
mean, he
roll
also
again.
has advantage on it because I'm holding him.
Yeah, so
Oh wait, is this hit's gonna cancel my hold?
it's fine if it does because he's still doing damage.
Well, I wanted to hold him so that he couldn't do any actions during his turn.
Well, I'll tell you what then. Joseph, do you want to actually fight your way out of it or do you want to attack it?
Joseph wouldn't know any of it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, well, go ahead and give me another attack roll, buddy.
Okay, so we're sticking with the +3.
That's fine. Do you have any fate points left?
No, I do not. I used both of them during that last fight.
All right, well, give me 1 sec. Oh, shit. You actually hit him.
Oh shit.
Plus, he's inside, which means he can't physically dodge this.
Oh.
Fair
Right.
enough.
Good damage. Does the
Damn.
fact he used the light infusion make it deal more damage past the normal infusion?
Yes, it did.
Okay, just making sure that was accounted for.
As a creature of darkness, it is vulnerable to light magic.
Who'd have thunk it?
All right, so you were not freed from the creature, but you hurt it pretty bad.
Eat me, will ya? I've been in deep dark caves worse than you.
Giggity. So, thanks to Joseph's action, it took a significant amount of damage. However, it was also freed from Barry's grasp. It lurches out of his arms and moves 3 zones back.
I mean, we know.
Oh.
I mean, we know what its weakness is now, so we can take advantage of that.
And it's going to screech as it casts a level 3 darkness spell.
Hey guys, I got
Oh.
bad news. I can't
Yep.
counterspell that.
Please
That is
make
above my pay grade.
Yep. Please make a dodge against a 4.
Oh, and me and the
Oh.
Ignis are gonna have disadvantage
Yup.
Oh.
because of the hollowed.
Oh yeah, so that means I gotta roll again, and I
Yep.
gotta go
Yeah.
with the option.
Which,
Here, I'm gonna.
Okay.
which means
Oh, well.
which means while Joseph is inside, he's gonna be your main damage dealer, it seems.
Oh, wow.
Perfectly balanced.
And it looks like Shimo just dodged that.
No.
I am at 1 health. Oh no.
My man, I gave you a health potion. Please chug it.
Okay.
Alright, so next after the creature is in fact Shimo. She is going to throw a level 3 white spell at it. Okay. She's trying to swing at it with a +5 roll. And she just managed to hit it. Alright, so now it also has Frozen, which means that in this particular case, since its weapons are also its claws, we're going to rule that it's currently physically bound in place for the round.
Let's go.
Nice. We love mobilization.
Alright, so now it's your guys' turn.
Okay.
It's Ignis.
Yeah, that was Shimo. So yeah. So first things first. I'm gonna chug that health potion.
Smart.
Yeah, we're not gonna be stupid. We're gonna chug it immediately.
Alright, well, here's the problem. You only have your attack or movement action left, so what are you gonna do?
Oh, okay. So I can't swing at it.
No, you can only do 2 of 3 things every turn, so at best you can move into the same zone as it, since it can't attack you with its claws on the next turn.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, I'll use both your movement actions.
All right. And that's it for my turn.
Alright, Barry.
It's me. I'm Barry. Okay. Barry's gonna take 1 step forward into C3, and I guess I'm gonna shoot it with my handy dandy shotgun.
Oh, I figured you were gonna throw a spell at it.
I don't have a lot of MP to spare, and I'd have to. If I use, Nanashi, I'd have to use a level 2 spell to hit him, and if I did that, I'd be out of MP.
True.
We are conserving that shit.
That's fine, but just remember it's the evening phase of the day, so...
Yeah, I'd rather have more infusions, though.
Alright, give me a shot.
That went about as well as I expected it to.
Damn. Well, I hate to say it, but that was a double crit in the opposite direction.
Wait, a double?
He rolled a 4 against your -2.
Yeah.
So, what happens is you see this creature not just dodge out of the way of the bullet, but it actually smacks it back into your chest.
Ow. Alright, so is that full damage dealt back to me? Or
It
is
is full damage.
1 damage? That...
Alright, and Joseph.
Okay, so first things first, I will take an item action. I'm going to chug down one of the medium MP potions I have. For attack action, Joseph is going to sheath his sword and then pull out the sniper rifle. He is going to infuse this bullet once again with light magic, so I will pay 1. Aim it where he assume would be the creature's stomach area. And then with a deep breath as he concentrates, he's going to pull the trigger.
Okay.
As a +2.
Well, you're automatically hitting because you're inside the creature. At this point, I need to see how well it handles it. It doesn't. So, you thought you shot into its stomach. What you actually did is that as you were being devoured, you ended up going into it bottom first, which means you actually shot into its head.
Oh.
So, a light-infused bullet just left your barrel and shot out through its forehead, which caused its entire head to explode.
Oh.
Is it over?
It's over.
No.
Wait, what?
Summons only have 15 hit points.
Glass cannon? What was that shit?
Summons only have 15 hit points, and Joseph was inside hitting this thing. He hit him with a 6 damage hit right from the get-go.
True.
And I just blew its fucking head off.
From the inside!
Inside too!
After that last shot, what's left of the creature itself screeches because it doesn't speak with its head, it speaks through its entire body. It screeches out and warbles as that last attack struck it. It tries to lunge towards something or someone in its death rattle before it suddenly collapses on the ground, sliding in just a little bit at your feet. You have defeated it, and Joseph is now able to climb out.
Let's say, can Barry reach into the ink with his light-infused hands and just pry open?
Sure, I'll let you do that.
But say, Joseph... I assume the body deteriorated, but we're gonna
No,
have
the body
Barry
did not
dig.
deteriorate.
Fun.
So, here's the thing. Because you were completely devoured, you are now covered head to toe in that black ink. You are now under a unique influence. You are currently lying at 0 HP, and you cannot move beyond bare minimum arm movements and speaking. You are essentially being put at the down status.
Oh.
Just like the rest of the people who are currently infected with the black ink.
Okay. So Barry, pries open. Is like, hey there. You have fun getting digested?
Would you believe me if I told you it's not the worst thing I had to go through?
Honestly, yes.
Oh, you're covered in that black ink like they are.
I can't move, but I can still talk shit. And I can still tell you all that if you don't get me out of here after that cool epic headshot I pulled off, I am going to haunt you, assholes.
Barry's saying this while grabbing Joseph by the shirt and pulling him out, and Barry's just gonna throw him over his shoulder.
If you're about to ask how I know what I did, I was aiming for the stomach, and then its head just blew off, and I could see outside where its neck should be.
Oh wait, hold on, Joseph, be quiet for a second. You hear something? Y'all hear something?
The only thing I hear right now is my PTSD flashbacks. Joseph Tinanashi is just like, congratulations, you just triggered a Vietnam flashback.
You're welcome. From behind Barry, you see that injured black fox man kneeling beside the creature, and if its eyes weren't bandaged, you'd assume he was staring, at the carcass. And he places his one hand on the defeated creature's body, bowing his head a little, almost like he's praying.
Was that the familiar is just flat out dead? No, not the familiar, the summon?
Well, so, you know what that is? You know what this thing is?
you actually see the creature's body pulse and begins to deflate like a balloon, and you see the man's arm pulse visibly as it drinks the creature's carcass, would be the best description.
Oh, that's... I'm not one to judge, but it is mildly to behold.
Its body is completely gone in only a matter of a few seconds, and the Foxman shakily stands up, his arm hanging at his side. You see his body physically pulse, like it just experienced a heartbeat going off for the first time in a long time, and he bellows out in a two-tone voice of agony and uses his one arm to yank off his chest bandages, fully revealing that 6-inch wide hole in his chest, as it's slowly filled with the same inky darkness as the creature he just absorbed. Strand by strand slowly oozes down and across from inside his chest, slowly filling that hole until his chest wound is completely gone.
You're the domain master.
Yeah, about to say, so incredible control over black magic in the Black Demesne. Soon make you the domain master. And judging by the fact you absorbed that, and it looks like you, if my studies in college are correct, that was an Eidolon summon that assumedly went awry.
He takes a deep breath, deep enough to warrant him bending backwards to an uncomfortable degree, and finally exhales after several seconds. He then slowly turns his head toward your group, eyes still bandaged. I despise the concept of owing anyone anything, but you have ended my suffering much sooner than the eternity I anticipated. As compensation, you have my aid in solving our shared dilemma.
Define shared dilemma.
He holds out his hand, a bullet-sized piece of gold metal sizzling against his palm, and he tosses it to your group.
Ignis catches it.
I'm about to say, Ignis, you catch that, it'd sting if I touched it. Okay, that problem. Yes. Wait, first of all, can we get all this ink off of these people? Like, I feel like they want to go home.
That is part of our shared problem.
Could you elaborate further, please?
He groans a little and raises a hand, a small portion of the ink on the ground levitating into his palm and taking some rudimentary shape. You see what looks like the shape of a foxman walking through a forest of trees until a second figure appears with what looks like a sword in his hand. He's giving a visible recollection of what he experienced. That crooked king arrived in the night, wearing all black, carrying weapons of gold, challenged me for my regalia. But this mortal had power beyond what any ever should. My spells were devoured, my summon turned against me, my form inches from annihilation. Okay.
Crooked, you called him a crooked king. Dude with a helmet. Oh, you have bandages over your eyes. Me describing things, but Barry stops and pauses for a moment as he's trying to figure out whether or not he's being insensitive about the bandages over the eyes thing. Because Barry just caught on that this dude, if he has bandages over his eyes, probably doesn't see.
The ink in his hand visually displays the fox on the right with a knife in hand throwing quote-unquote spells at the sword wielder on the left, each one being batted away. You even see a mini replica of that same inky fox creature appear, but it suddenly starts flailing about as though it were in agony. And the fox and sword wielder suddenly come close, but what appears to be a small explosion between them sends the foxman and the creature flying out of view, leaving behind only an arm holding that knife.
Oh, you need the arm. You need to relocate the knife because that's probably the regalia. Understood. So we get the knife, bring it back to you.
And I'm just stuck like this for now?
Before it could be taken from me, I hid my regalia, used the last of my power to animate a piece of myself, commanded it to hide itself and the regalia until it could be returned. After this mortal made a mockery of our rules, he simply left us both to rot. And you see the ink specifically focus on the severed arm and see it shift and mold itself into a multiple-legged creature carrying the knife out of view.
What kind of creature, Nanashi?
It looks like it has 8 legs.
Ugh. Why is it gotta be a spider?
Wait.
The corrupted creature ran rampant through the domain, spilling my magical essence as its continued existence demanded it from me. The circle prevented escape, my strength refused to recover, neither my extension nor I had the power to track or fell the creature. And I was alone. Over a year of unending misery and pain.
Sounds truly terrible.
Hold on. I think I have a theory.
He slowly raises his arm and aims it in the general direction of the other people. These mortals are stained by my essence, what you would refer to as ink. Drained of all vitality, infected with immortality. If not for that, they would have perished some time ago. Your actions have enabled the keys to our survival. I have reclaimed my stolen strength, and it is now safe for my regalia to return. I can sever the connection and free us all.
Wait, you kept them immortal? But I'm already suffering from another batshit insane form of immortality. Wouldn't that just... Barry, I swear to God, if a paradox happens, I am haunting everyone on this island.
Well, it wouldn't be a paradox, because this immortality is completely irrelevant to yours. Yours is caused by the orange time magic.
I still don't want to be the test dummy. I've been that for way too many things.
You're already covered in the stuff, my man. I don't think you got much choice. He's just slung over Barry's shoulder talking shit.
It's like the fucking severed head from God of War.
You're not Mimir!
You got Mimir, Kratos, and Atreus.
Hold on. I have a theory.
What's that?
What if Lind is the creature in question?
Oh. Actually,
I'm
hold
not
on
saying...
a minute. Barry's gonna stop and have a thought.
No, I'm not saying this in character. I'm saying this as a...
Oh. Okay. Barry's gonna stop and have a thought. He snaps his fingers. Wait a minute. If these people are being kept alive by your essence, right? Being cursed with a shred of your immortality or whatever. If we bring you back, your regalia, and you can fix all this, once the ink is removed from them, won't they no longer have that immortality and then just die on the spot?
I know nothing of the mortal form, but I would assume they will perish shortly after I sever the connection.
That is... Are there, any precautions we could take to maybe save some lives here? I mean, I understand you may not have any knowledge over the form, but surely you have knowledge of how your own essence impacts others and maybe how it could be reversed?
From the year and then some that I've been here, I have witnessed, in a way, how it affects them. If they gain any vitality, it is siphoned away into the ink. At the moment, if I were to break that connection, it would not return to them.
So what I'm hearing needs to happen is they need to have in order for these people to survive, they need to have an influx of vitality at the moment you sever their connection with the ink.
That would be a wise choice. You see the Fennec Fox's man's ears perk slightly, and he speaks out to seemingly no one. Approach. And you hear a familiar chittering and see a creature appear from the shadows.
Hold on, is my first?
Lind snickers as he steps forward and waltzes over beside the Foxman's stumped arm. Hello, friends. Did you miss me?
Wait, is my first? Hold on.
Did Ignister call that?
Yes, he did.
My man. Barry has the grand revelation. Oh, that makes you make a lot more sense now, don't it?
And Lind just gives a perfectly courteous bow. I suppose I should introduce myself proper. I am Lind Peary, and I am Master Cassius's right-hand man, as it were.
Quite literally, it would seem.
By the way, you were correct, by the way. If you take a look at his full name, Lind Peary, it is actually an anagram of Pillendeer.
Oh, so that's why Doran said you reeked of Cash. Yo, Cassius! Barry points at the Foxman dramatically.
Yes.
Oh, so many dots have been connected. This makes a lot of sense.
Lind, as he calls himself, is the piece of myself I animated to hide my regalia. And speaking of, Lind snickers excitedly and hands a wavy black dagger to Cassius, then steps toward your group with a dramatic flourish. Thank you, valiant heroes, for allowing my plan to come to fruition.
Wait. Hold on. Idea. So, listen, Cassius. I still want these people to try and live, so I'd appreciate it if you could maybe let us try something before you sever their connection. Because I have an idea on how we might be able to save all these people's lives. But we're gonna need the assistance of dear Lind here, because he's the one among us who can move the fastest.
Cassius puts his dagger away and moves toward the tree you found him at, sitting back down and hanging his head. Lind, you are to aid them in their endeavor in whatever way they deem useful. And Lind just snickers and steps up to your team. Wonderful. It's like I'm part of the team. So what's the plan, as it were?
Barry's gonna, set Joseph down, leaning against, a nearby tree so that he's just not just thrown over my shoulder. Right? It's okay, guys, so I'm thinking. If, to save these people's lives, they need to have a big influx of vitality at the moment that Cassius severs them from the ink, right? I can only think of one person that I could think could generate that much life energy all in one go.
That being?
I think we might need Arledge. It kind of makes sense. He's the domain master of life healing magic. I don't know if it'll work, but logically to me it makes sense.
That's actually a pretty smart idea.
So Lind, where you come into all this is you can move the fastest out of any of us, and it's currently not nighttime, so you could run and go grab up faster than we could. But then again, whether or not he'll listen to you is a whole different ordeal. Actually, Barry pulls out his notepad that he always has on him, and it's it's just gonna write down, Dear Arledge, we are currently in a situation where a lot of people's lives are at risk, and we need the assistance of someone very well versed in violet/healing magic, and you are the best person I could think of. Lind comes to you with this message and will ask you to meet us in the Black Demesne. Signed, Barry Golea. Barry's gonna on the other side, just in big capital letters, emergency, just so he understands how dire this is.
You know what? That is a fantastic way to handle that.
Barry's here, deliver this to Arledge and bring him here, please, should he be so inclined.
It will be my honor.
All right, thank you, Lind. I appreciate your work. Even if I don't like spiders, but you know what? I can move past that, and I appreciate what you've done.
All right, well, since you've come to a solution, Lind will take that note and graciously disappear into the shadow of the black ink. About 5 minutes will go by, and you suddenly hear what sounds like fireworks at where you believe the gateway is that let everyone in, meaning that they are here.
Fireworks?
Yeah, they're letting you know, because they have no idea what's going on. They're basically doing the signal flare thing.
Barry's gonna yell, but you know what, hold on. I have the stunt that lets me do this. Barry's gonna use his mystical megaphone by spending 1 MP to amplify the sound of his voice. Y'all might want to cover your ears. I ain't trying to burst no one's eardrums. This away, follow the sound of my voice. Follow the signs that say ominous bullshit.
Cassius stands back up, using the tree for support, and pulls out his dagger. The challenge was corrupted, but the circle was mine. Therefore, he extends his arm straight into the air, aiming the blade at the sky, before pointing it in the direction of the gate. I declare this challenge null and void. In the distance, you hear a strange, high-pitched noise before what sounds like glass shattering, sending out a pulse of energy through the entire forest, causing the ink on the ground to ripple from the force. You may now leave.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir.
Wait, actually was also right of this being a challenge. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Yeah?
He then kneels and places his one hand into the ink, wrist deep. The entire body of ink ripples hard from his wrist outward, pulsing out across his entire body. And it takes a minute, but the ink slowly begins to lower in height as he drinks it into his hand, identically to the creature. And you see the ink on the various bodies around you slowly seeping off their skin and into the pool as it spirals into his hand like a drain, including your teammates' stains. The edge of the ink pool finally comes rushing toward his hand, and it disappears with the rest. You see everyone's bodies immediately begin to recover their colors one after another, and everybody cheers for a moment before collapsing onto the ground all over again, this time from starvation and dehydration.
Well,
Yeah. This is where Arledge comes in.
You are now down to 1 hit point instead of 0 because you were only exposed to the ink for a short period of time, however, Joseph, meaning that if you want to, you can help in the healing effort.
You know
Barry
what?
will also like to assist with his 4 MP worth of infusions.
I was gonna say, Joseph has 9 MP and is more experienced with the healing magic than Barry is, so it makes sense.
Now, Cassius stumbles backward after a moment, his body doing the hard pulse a second time as his stumped bandaged arm vibrates a bit. The bandages suddenly burst off and out explodes a series of nightmarish black tentacles, which then whip dangerously into the open air for a few moments before collectively spiraling themselves together into one new limb, slowly morphing into an all-new arm. He tests and flexes his fingers for a moment before turning to your group and yanking off his bandages with it, revealing his slitted bright yellow eyes, glazed over slightly with a glowing black outline.
Oh, you do have eyes.
Oh.
He stares at your group for a moment, then turns to the destroyed building. This ends my compensation. The domain will soon return to its normal state, and I must rebuild my home. Once you heal everyone, I advise you leave.
Yes, sir. Won't hear any complaint from us.
By this point, Arledge and several other members of the Violet Domain that you've met up to this point are flooding in to help with the healing effort.
The cavalry.
Quite literally, since several of them are riding on horseback.
Oh, you got here just in time. We have... Take your pick. We got a whole lot of people to get through. Can Barry, I guess they're gonna be getting started on healing people, and then later, once everyone's a bit more stabilized, Barry is going to explain to Arledge the situation to the best of Barry's abilities. Because I assume Arledge is deeply confused.
He's deeply confused, but he immediately recognizes that people need help. Well, shit, what the hell did you guys do?
This isn't our fault. Look, just let's get started healing. I will explain as soon as everyone's stable. Y'all do the healing better than I can.
You see him suddenly raise his hands and cast Hazone Aina. True in theme to the forest itself, you see a violet-colored magical tree appear in the center of the people, and its branches suddenly just start shaking and releasing violet-colored leaves down onto the people beneath it, granting them healing and energy. And not just him either. Everybody in the Violet Domain that you saw in the Violet Domain is here. You see that nice sheep woman, Judith. You see Montana and the like. You even see the chicken farmer, Samson, helping out.
Heck yeah. I love it when a plan comes together.
And then while everybody's getting their health back, you see Arledge walk up to Cassius and tries to have a conversation with him. Well, hey, brother. You're looking better. And Cassius doesn't even look at him. He just goes... Better than I was. Well, if y'all need to talk, y'all know where to find me.
Wait a minute, wasn't there a Wait a minute. Guys, wasn't there a Samson wasn't there a Samson mentioned in, when Caleb showed us the purple domain? There was a Samson mentioned somewhere in reference to something as maybe possibly an antagonist.
Caleb is the one that mentioned a person with red hair named Samson was the one who left Sonny in his care.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. I assume this Samson has a red hair.
Yes, he does.
Okay, so this is okay. I was worried that something more sinister was the guy who brought Sonny to Caleb. Which makes total sense because he is the chicken farmer.
So I didn't know if you wanted to bring attention to that or not, but I couldn't.
I'm not gonna make mention of it in character at this moment because other more pressing matters. But now all of us, except for Ziv, who's not here, and except for Ignis, who's AFK, know it.
So I assume I'm at full health, correct, from that?
Yes. With the collective efforts of everybody there, you have all recovered to full health. Now, the people who have been there for a year and a half are still hungry and thirsty, which they're getting fed and watered, but, it's going to take a bit for their vitality to get back on that.
They're not immediately dying.
Yeah. So they're all going to be carried out on horseback, on cart, and by whatever means that they can think of to get them out of there safely.
Joseph being a doctor is still gonna do basic checkups on everyone, even if they're at full health now, and even though they're being fed and they're being rehydrated. He may as well.
You know what? Give me an investigate roll just to see if there's anything out of the ordinary.
There's
That is a +5.
dear Lord.
Oh, so I get a good roll here, but
Based on your expertise in the field, you can see that there doesn't appear to be any adverse or long-lasting effects to what happened. They are simply starving and thirsty as hell, and they look emaciated, but with enough basic care, probably about a couple of weeks in the hospital with constant food and water and a little bit of exercise, they will likely recover.
checkups aside, the most they need is daily vitamin intakes, some care, and, well, not to really strain themselves, and they'll be good as new.
Well, that's good to hear, at least.
Cassius walks over to Chimo, staring at the sword on her hip. I know this blade. This is one of mine. Why do you possess it? Chimo stares at him for a second and points to Lind. He gave it to me, called it advanced compensation. And then she suddenly thinks, was that for this? And Lind just goes, guilty as charged.
Huh. So that is what he meant.
Lind, how the hell you orchestrate how did you didn't know we was gonna come here? How you going to say advanced compensation?
Oh yes, I have been waiting for you to ask that. I actually had something prepared.
But now's your time, Nanashi.
It was all part of my plan. That infernal ink demon couldn't be felled without the help of some powerful warriors much like yourselves. I just needed to point you in the right direction toward the island legend. Once you knew of it, your curiosity would lead you to explore the island's domains, and via process of elimination, you would eventually come to this one and free my master from his predicament.
Alright, you know what? Fair enough. You got us on that one. Barry is, in a shocking maneuver, gonna offer a handshake to...
And Lind takes a moment to look at the hand, look back up to him, and graciously accepts it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm not gonna throw you. This is a genuine one. You got us on that one. You damn sure right.
Shima suddenly thinks to herself, so this is one of your blades? It is. My brother and I crafted it together. It was an attempt to forge something from nothing.
Oh. You know, I'd ask which brother, but we've met
I think it's obvious.
all the domain masters at this point. There's really only one it could have been. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
at
really
this
nice
point
to hear y'all made something together. We don't really hear that much of the domain masters getting getting too awful well along.
I love how I can just hear Atlas' Discord notifications going off in the background.
Yep.
How do you hear that?
Dude, we hear
I
that,
don't
we hear
know.
we hear that, we hear the squeaky chair, we hear the birds, we hear everything, man.
I don't even hear birds. Ignis is the one with the birds.
And that was the joke.
Yeah. It's just that there isn't any bird.
I have headphones. How
you
are you
won't-
hearing my Discord notifications? Oh wait, I
Well,
have two
I also-
computers. I have two computers, and the headphones are only hooked up to that. Never
I was
mind.
about to
That
say,
would
I also
let's say, Discord being Discord. I mean, you heard my dice rolling, and you heard my dogs whenever they get too crazy.
I'm
So
turning my noise suppression back on. Barry thinks for a moment. Thinking back, Lynn, didn't you used to say that blade was like 1,000 years old or something? We thought you was bullshitting. Like we thought we thought you was making that up to make this sword sound more appealing.
As Cassius steps up, what he says is the truth. We do not age as mortals do. I made that before I came to the island.
Oh, wait, but before you, so did I have so many questions, but I don't necessarily want to probe you for your life story because that feels insensitive.
His eyes are just blank and uncaring. He does not give a shit.
So you said you made it with your brother, but then also said you made it before. Okay, just to be clear, which brother did you make it with?
You would call him out again.
That's what I thought. So y'all was all siblings before y'all came here and became...
Correct. We were commanded to come here.
Barry just looks like bewildered, just like By who? Like, you don't have to. But, like, who has the authority to command y'all to do something?
I cannot say his name. We refer to him as the First King.
Ah? Hey.
You know, under normal circumstances, I would be flabbergasted by such a revelation as everyone else here, and yet my time of 80 or 90 years seeing similarly weirder shit has kind of left me unfazed here. No offense, though.
Barry has been shocked into silence.
And Chimo steps up. Do you mean the First King of Diadem? And he stares at her and just goes, no. The First King.
Barry's doing all of this, like he's trying to think, get words out, and just nothing is happening. Just, hold on, I have the perfect gift for this.
That is appropriate.
That
This
do be
is
appropriate.
it. This is Barry right now. Like the first king of the first, like God. Like what?
He stares at you blankly.
You know, every time we get some grand revelation about the domain masters and how they function, I can't help but feel that this whole situation just goes further and further out of our depth.
Maybe. So by this point, everybody is gathering the people in the opening and clearing and are slowly helping them walk their way out of the gateway. You can already see signs of life returning to the forest as you're carrying the people out. The grasses that were buried under the ink have begun to rise and gain a little bit of green. The trees are slowly returning to their various shades of brown, and you could swear you hear a mosquito buzz by your ear.
Huh. Never would have anticipated, in such a dark place with no sunlight, especially plant life, but with this magic, there's a way, I reckon.
But in the distance, you hear a familiar demonic screech coming from the clearing you just left, and you hear the unmistakable sounds of multiple trees falling.
Nah, that sounds like a problem. Barry sprints in the direction.
What you see is Cassius himself has morphed his arms into physically identical copies of the creatures and is using it to cut down trees and carry them all over to a nearby location. He mentioned he was going to rebuild his home. This is how he's doing it. He turns back to look at you, and all of a sudden, you blink and he is gone.
Oh, so that's where Lind gets that from. Alright, Barry turns right back around and goes back where he was, helping out the folks. Like, Barry thought there was a problem. There was no problem.
Wait,
I'm certainly not gonna stop him.
Out of character, I did want to point out something. So us defeating that summon gone awry, gone wild was deemed a quote-unquote challenge by the domain master.
That's not exactly what it is, no.
The challenge was kind of just between him and this false king or whatever Cassius called him.
Crooked King.
Yeah, just double checking because that may have been skimped out on my end, but I was about to like double check something, but never mind. I was gonna be like, oh, so if this was a challenge and Joseph did blow off the creature's head, dealing the final blow, he would have technically won it, but no.
Yeah, sorry, no such
The other
luck.
thing about that was Cassius straight up said the challenge was rendered null and void.
I did miss that, so I do apologize.
It's fine.
That's what he yelled when he the big golden challenge wall.
Yeah. He declared the challenge null and void.
I mean, challenge pass or not, that's still gotta be a cool as fuck visual, regardless.
Oh, it is. By this point, we can say that everybody that was in the domain has been brought out. And outside the gate, you actually see the Thunder Force ready and waiting. They're here to help carry the people to the hospital.
Hello? Always good to see y'all. One of these days, y'all are gonna come to a call and it's not going. I promise.
And This time, Harkin approaches your group and says, "At some point, I look forward to that call."
I just realized our group is literally. Why is it whenever something happens in this school, it is always you three? Believe me, Mom, I've been asking myself the same thing for 4 years. It's literally us right now.
I mean, you've already earned your name in the paper once.
Yeah, this will probably get it a second time.
How come whenever there's an incident in the domains, it is always you four?
Believe me, sir, I've been asking myself the same question for 4 days.
And Harkin extends his hand to Barry and offers to shake it. You have once again done this island a great service.
We do what we can.
You see his ear flick, and he looks to the side, and the news reporters are coming. He looks to you and just smirks. It's late at night. I believe you've earned some rest. We will handle them.
Under any other circumstance, I wouldn't mind the old paparazzi. I spent a vast amount of my career doing it. But in this one instance, I'll take you up on that. Thank you, Harkin. I'd really like to go to bed.
I'm just gonna go on a limb and assume that the news vultures are just as bad here on the island as they are off-land.
Alright, so we'll say you guys take the opportunity to basically get yourself smoke-screened home so you can get a good night's sleep.
God forbid if there's ever any political news sites on this goddamn island. I don't want to imagine that. It's probably more terrifying than what I just blew the head off.
Could be. But we will use this opportunity to call this a close on day 4. And that means it's time for you guys to go to level 3.
Yeah!
No!
A level up?
You guys did more than enough to get to that point. I just needed to use
I
the
got
day of
hit with a
rest.
+8 attack. I think we deserve a level up.
I'm going
No,
to...
Nanashi got me to the lowest amount of health I've ever been at, and it's still higher than all of you guys' max HP. I'm at 14.
I'm going to enable the Kingdom Hearts option of 0 XP so I never level up.
Dude, I will choke slam you.
What we'll do is I'll message you guys individually on another day about what we can do for your level ups and your alterations to your character sheets, because right now I think everybody here needs a chance to process this, and you've got 3 weeks before your next session.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind doing the level up. I don't have better to do Sunday.
Alright, well, in that case, I'll go ahead and work with Barry and get his out of the way first. The rest of you guys, you can hang out here, or you can take off if you want. I'll go ahead and end the recording now.
Well, I do need to head off to get prepped for Fang and Ori server, so that spooky season, movie nights and all that.
I am so glad that we got through the Black Demesne during Spooky Month. That makes everything so much better for me.
No kidding.
I was just about to point that out. Funny how we went to the Black Domain during Spooky Month.
You now need to commission an art piece of that monster getting its head blown off, and Joseph just...
I just might.
I need you to realize, Raven, I just need you to make sure you understand what you're asking Nanashi to commission a piece of artwork of your character having been vored. You're asking him to commission vor artwork.
No, that is not what...
It would have to be
and I ruined it.
It would have to be a 2-piece special. One of him getting eaten, and then one of him blowing its head off.
I ruined the whole thing. I'm so proud.
God, I fucking hate... I hate that this is technically what the category is.
Technically speaking. But in the meantime, thank you guys for coming to this session. I'm glad you're still having fun after all this time, and once we get leveled up, things are going to get a little bit more interesting and a little bit more weird, as if it wasn't already.
Well, I'm going to head off, and I assume I will talk to you in DMs or when we get the chance, as far as level up details go.
Absolutely, but in the meantime, thanks again for coming. We will see you guys in the next session. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Boy.